Maffra are going to the scoreboard end of the ground and Leongatha going to the South Street end.
And in the middle of the ground, Tom Marriott's in there for Leongatha, along with Hayden Brown. Josh Scalling will be the ruck, and the tough in and under of Luke Bowman. While for the Eagles, it looks to be Jack Johnson's going to start at the middle. The big ruckman is Brett Connolly, Calvin Porter, the gut-busting running machine, and Carr as the umpire for season 2017. The grand final is underway, and Connolly Scalling got the first one down. There's Porter though, handballs over the top. Out the back there was Fleming. Right foot kick, Sheen direction, goes and marks on his own.
Beautiful kick.
55 metres out, Sheen just chips it over the top to Channing, who marks on his chest. And we'll go back inside 20 seconds and have a shot on goal. That's exactly, he handballs on quickly to Jolly. Top of the 50 is Jolly. Unloads, drop punt, helicopter, drop short, and it's touched.
Might have been a free kick, I think.
Yeah.
Carol in the forward pocket there for Maffra going the way of Leongatha.
Chalmers.
Yeah, going Ben Chalmers has taken it from the behind post, goes in short and finds Stone, 30 metres from his defensive goal. Goes out wide to the half-back flank. He has a player out on his own. That's Paddy McGrath on the half-back flank. Marks hard up on the boundary line. Just being composed early are the Parrots. Chips one over the top. Still tight on the boundary line to his partner in crime there in Chris Dunn, high up the field at this early stage of the game. As Maffra got the first clearance. Dunn elects to go long to the half-forward flank. It's all Maffra back there, as taking a strong mark over the back is James Hutz. An intercept mark for the Eagles, and will relieve pressure on the outer side here at Ted Summit and Reserve.
So Hutz drives the right foot down towards the Sheen direction again. The Boone was there in the wind, just taking that one. And it goes out of bounds on the full. Leongatha take the free kick.
He's going to be the first team, boys, to take the chance and bring it back against the breeze inside the corridor, because if you get it on this side of the ground, it's going to be a shorter trip home and more attacking.
Well, the Boone went down the line to Hopkins. He goes back in board a little bit. Good and nice mark by Bowman. Handballs on quickly. Quick kick was smothered there. Great work by Butcher. Porter goes again at ground level. Carr's in there as well. Butcher at the bottom of the pack. As we'd expect, the umpire will ball it up. Half forward flank for this Leongatha side.
Petro has gone to Hilberg too, boys.
Good pick-up, Scars, that's why you're up here.
Connolly taps it over the back. Bowman was there, couldn't quite get it. Running through was Coyle. There's a free kick off the play here, boys. It goes to Bowman. No, it is Bowman. Half forward flank. We're going to go inside forward 50 for the Parrots. Goes in the direction of Ganane. Good work by Hutz. Strong defending work, Hutz.
That's a good matchup for the Eagles, Hutz on Ganane, because Ganane was very good against Truro a couple of weeks ago, was lively early, and Hutz really set the standard last week, didn't he, with his aggression at the ball, and he's taken 2 intercept marks already early in this game.
The turnover is going to occur. Ganane's put it on his body, and it's going to go away for a minor score. So the kicking from Hutz after he received it back from Bennett.
It's always the way when you pump someone up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take it from me, Mikey. Take it from me.
For the first time this afternoon, Harvey Norman Computers, Gippsland scoreboard, the best range and the best price guaranteed. Paul Carter.
Just on the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, Leongatha one behind 1 point.
So kick in from full back was Adams to Geishan, just marking that one with the one hand in the back pocket for the Eagles side. Geishan looks to go down the line. It's the far side here at the Ted Summit and Reserve, and that again the wind. Brad Thomas down at ground level. What's it like? The all-new Land Rover Discovery, the wind. Good work down there, Brad. Just having a few little issues with your mic at the moment. As this goes back inside forward 50, up the back. Great mark by Dunn. Put one hand up on Walker, and he's in the pocket, and he'll have a shot from goal. A tight angle with the breeze coming sort of directly in his face.
Yes, but he's more than capable of kicking this goal. Well held last 2 weeks ago. It's a bit quiet, got a goal late in the game, but very good start early. He's got that well possession high up the ground. This time deep inside his forward 50, takes a strong one-handed grab. For a right footer, he'll put this out to the right goal post and let the breeze bring it back, hopefully through for a goal for his sake. It puts the ball on the boot, hangs it out to the right, brings it back nicely, leading out the break. First line yard on the board there for Leongatha. 1-1-7 to Maffra, no score.
Yeah, that's the start we're talking about. We spoke about him pre-game. He's a beautiful kick at goal, and on top of that, he's got up and got a possession early up on the wing just to calm himself down, calm his nerves. He's got forward and taken a really nice one-hander and finished it off nicely from the pocket.
On the Harvey Norman Computer Gippsland scoreboard, 4-minute mark of the first quarter, 1-1-7 Leongatha. Maffra are yet to score.
That's my first Monticello's big moment. Jim Boom and Cole, 10 packs, only $35 again Sunday. He's lively early, that could be danger signs. I know it's about 5 minutes into the game, but get his hands on the ball early.
Free kick again to the Parrots. They put the body in the line in the middle, went to Bowman. He goes to Westaway. Good hit by Geeshan. But Westaway's up to the task, running off half back. He kicks the half forward out wide towards Davidson. Davidson has it for the Parrots. 70 metres out, puts it inside. Looking for Ganane. Back there is Hutz Ganane. Good spoil over the back by Connolly. The ruckman goes and helps out his defenders, and that's what you like to see, Nathan.
That's what you want your ruckman to do. He got back behind the play. Beautiful spoil, massive fist out of bounds. Good stuff there.
Boundary throw in. Margin is 7 points in favour of Leongatha. Vernon had to take the ruck work. Bowman was there. Squeeze a handball out. Hopkins falls to Marriott, kicks it and hits the behind post. Goes through for a minor score. Marriott on the move is dangerous at stoppages.
Yeah, looking lively as well. That's probably, I think that's his first touch, but certainly in around the contest as Maffra play on quickly through Johnson. Goes wide to that outer side. Flying nicely over the back is
Free
Kane
kick,
Maskell, but a free kick. You see that one, Darryl?
Yeah, push out on the ruckman and Connolly, which allowed Maskell to take that uncontested mark.
Connolly from the halfback flank. They're favouring that outer side, trying to minimise the effects of the wind. It goes over the back. Working hard back there is Coyle. Coyle does the old 1, 2, 3. Just trying as a hurried kick forward. That was through Alden. Still working the way forward. Inside 50 for the Parrots. Flying from the back. Hutz takes another strong mark deep inside his defensive 50.
We spoke about Hutz playing on the line, didn't we, last week? And his really strong, aggressive work. He started well early.
Another free kick in a marking contest. Sorry, Scuzz. On the outer side.
One thing that Ganane did really well a couple of weeks ago was good above his head. He's a really hard matchup because if you put a small on him, he's good above head. You put a big on him and he's good at ground level. So I think he's a really good matchup there, Hutz.
Johnson kicks high to Sheen, who was on a long lead, nearly got a hand on it. Quick kick by Leongatha, put it back towards their half forward line. Working hard out there is Stone, trying to keep it in but over for a boundary throw. And Brad Thomas for the all-new Land Rover Discovery. Boundary throw in, just plenty of people here this afternoon with our wireless mics as the ball was back into play. No one really get a clean handle on it. Geeshan was working hard at ground level. The umpire has to come in now and ball things up. Half forward flank.
He's telling us he's down on the ground thanks to your new Land Rover Discovery. I reckon he's just next door. there he is. Now we can see him. I'll be able to hear you a bit better, mate.
Now we can hear you. Stay out of the box, mate.
Well, from this stoppage, it didn't go anywhere, so we have another one. 7.5 minutes in. It's been all the Parrots so far. They're 1-2-8. They lead it by 8 points. Maffra are yet to score. The ruck duties there was for Willis. Tries to put a strong tackle on. Porter got a little scrubby kick. Jolly worked hard. Great little work there.
Jolly gets a free kick.
Free kick to Jolly. Hudson Holmes was just about to take off as well as Jolly has it. He goes short out wide to Connolly, put it at his toes, the big fella. He was able to pick it up.
Good kick.
Beautiful kick, found Butcher. He handballs on to the runner, Fleming. Fleming usually delivers nicely. Renoy! Cade Renoy inside forward 50 should go back and have a shot. He's about 45 metres out. The breeze will be coming across his right shoulder.
I know it's hard. We're not out on the ground and we don't know. We're not in the inner sanctum and understand the ball movement patterns that Wayne Butcher wants, but they just seem to be favouring that outer side. Just doesn't allow them the best opportunity from a goal kicking perspective.
Coming off 5 goals last week, Cade Renoy starts it to the right and it stays there. It's their first score of the afternoon and it is a minor one.
So on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard, 8.5 minute mark of the first quarter, 1-2-8 Leongatha. Maffra 1 behind, 1 point.
He started well planning, he's had a few touches. He keeps allowing himself to get loose off half back, which is a real danger sign there for Leongatha.
Maskell went long and it went outside 50, but it's going to come back in. Here's Bennett, gets on that left foot, goes straight up and down. The tools are back there. Sheen's going to fly. Has he got it? I think he's got it, big man. They've got to play it to the big Darren Sheen. In a pack of about 8 players, Sheen come up and ended up marking it on the chest.
Unbelievable.
There's arms and legs and bodies going everywhere, but that's a sign of a quality forward, just knowing where the fall of the ball is, and being able to protect that small amount of space that he needed to clunk that ball on his chest and lining up on a slight angle 15-20 metres out. Should be Maffra's first goal, 9-minute mark of the first term.
So Sheen will come in, you'll tell by the crowd, it's a big crowd building. Sheen absolutely loves it, straight through the middle, the umpire gives the two-finger salute. Darren Sheen's on the board.
And it was their two gun forwards, wasn't it? It was Mitch Bennett. He found himself free after a kick in, which is good forwards can do that. Once it's kicked in, obviously Leongatha is set up for a kick in. He snapped it over his shoulder. Sheen had, I reckon there would have been 6 players in that contest. He had 3 of them hanging over his shoulder. If it wasn't a mark, it was definitely a free kick, and he just juked it, bring it down. He's just too big, mate. He's massive, and it was a beautiful kick for goal. He was only 20 out, but finished really well under pressure.
Now on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard, we've just ticked over the 10-minute mark of the first quarter. Maffra 1-1-7 trail by just 1 point. Leongatha 1-2-8.
Looks like the football ended up down at the railway station here at Maui. We've got a new one coming out shortly.
Kyle Cooper, boys, he's into planning at the minute. He's playing down back. He's mismatched from height there from planning, but Cooper's been haggling him all the last probably 4 or 5 minutes.
But I watched Fleming at the start of the first centre bounce.
Yeah.
He didn't even go to him.
Yeah.
And yet Fleming was on the end of that clearance, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
So
he's one up.
He just knows where to find the footy.
He knows where to find it. That's it.
Certainly do. Football comes back in the middle. The youngster Kieran Jones takes the ruck duties against Willis. Jones got high. Good work in there by
Holden.
Yeah, it was good handball again to Johnson. Tried to squeeze a kick out. Maskell was there as well. It's been belted around the air. Goes out now to Hudson Holmes. We know he's got wheels. Right foot delivery. Here's Bedgood the first time. Look at those buckets. What a great grab by Daniel Bedgood. And West away down.
He's up and about, big
I'll tell you what.
Well, it was a great grab by Bedgood, a strong lead too in the open forward line, Scuzz. That's what a forward dreams
Oh,
of.
you'd love that. When you had so much space ahead of him, and the kick was perfectly out in front, he could allow himself to run and jump into the footy, and he took a beautiful grab.
So directly in front, looking to take the lead, the Eagles come in. Bedgood right foot kick misses.
Oh.
And a costly miss. He was directly in front, 40 out, another minor score. Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard.
We find at the 11.5-minute mark the two teams are level on 1 goal to 8 apiece.
What I like about Bedgood's lead there is he jumped and took the mark at its highest point, didn't allow his defender any chance to get a fist on. As the kicking comes long, Hilberg and Willis at the second attempt brings it to ground, to his chest, and takes a nice mark. On his half-back flank, elects to go long and wide to the half-forward flank, has a player wide, Fleming closing.
Oh,
We can't quite close as Hopkins takes a strong mark hard up on the boundary, wheels around, goes inside 50. Hilberg sets himself, gets a nudge out, no free kick. At ground levels, Walker to Hutz. Hutz is tackled, managed to get a handball. Ganay knocks it back inside the corridor. Pressure comes, Hutz this time puts it on the boot, goes long and wide and finds O'Brien free. Half-back flank, runs through the wing, chiselling past, Sheen drops a sitter, has time to gather, wheels around inside, goes over the top, finds Bedgood, marks some 55 metres out on the boundary, gets called to play on, chips one over the top, one-on-one situation, Renoy, equal to the task there was Forrester, and clears for the Eagles, but it's going to come back as Hudson Home marks 70 metres out.
Plenty of holes in there too, boys, in that forward 50.
Lots of space on the fat side as Holmes delivers to the shallow pocket. Sheen again, he's going to fly at the back, has one bite, 2 bites at it, and takes it. Well, Darren Sheen's on fire this afternoon.
Don't handball it.
If he's going to go back, he's going to be on a fairly tight angle, but Darren Sheen's already got one this afternoon, and he looks to get Maffra's second. And they've just settled the last 5 minutes, Paul Carter.
It's 5 marks inside 50 for Maffra already, and we've only played 13 minutes.
Well, the first 7 minutes of play certainly belonged to Leongatha, but the Eagles have just steadied this last 5 minutes of play. And as you said, the marks inside 50 are important, and Sheen is the main target down there at the moment. He's got one. Scores a dead level at the 13-minute mark, 1-2-8 apiece. But Sheen, he's got a shot on goal, comes in, deliberate approach, likes it, off the boot. He loves it off the boot. And he goes to Coyle and says, how about that? That's 2 for the afternoon, Darren Sheen.
I'll tell you who's been really impressive the last 5 or 6 minutes with Maffra, and that's Hudson Holmes. He's got a lot of footy free out on them wings. He uses the footy so well. He caused the turnover there at half forward. And then Big Sheeny's got 2 in the first 13-14 minutes. He's going to have a big day out.
And on the Harvey Norman computer Gippsland scoreboard, Maffra hit the front for the first time at the 13-minute mark of the first quarter, 2-2-14 to Leongatha 1-2-8.
Jones and Willis do battle again in the middle. Willis will tap this one out wide. Coming off the wing there, McGrath, great little spin. Gave it a quick handle to Olden. His kick inside forward 50. And well read there by Chrissy Dunn. He just read that one beautifully as Walker got sucked underneath it, didn't he?
Just in that, as that centre clearance unfolded, Chrissy Dunn just dropped off the back of Sam Walker there, and the ball just carried just enough as Walker tried to get back desperately. Couldn't quite get a fingernail to it. And Chrissy Dunn takes an easy mark on the chest. Slight angle, 35, 40 metres out, he'll kick from. He has 1. Can he match Sheen's 2 for his second and Leongatha's second as he makes his way in? Puts the ball on the boot, loves it off the boot straight away. The old double fister pump action. Just
No cobra. More of a around hip level that one.
Not quite, just saving a double.
But what we've seen it now, boys. We've got the both forwards up each end. The guys who have kicked the goals throughout the year for their team. Big Sheeny is a presence up forward, but Chrissy Dunn is more of a mid-sized forward, but he's got 2 on the board. Once he gets it in front, he'll finish nicely.
Scores are level at 2-2-14 apiece on the Harvey Norman computer Gippsland scoreboard, 15 minutes, first quarter.
The athletic ruckman of Scally goes in, up against Jones, good work by Scally, down to Bowman, got a kick away, Ganane leads at half forward, tries to don't argue on Jolly, got a handball away, Davidson was there, right foot kick into the pocket again, Chrissy Dunn's got it again! That's a mark in the pocket again, he'll go back and have another shot at goal. And a slight angle, Brad Thomas down at ground level this afternoon. That was pretty tight work in the middle of the ground by Bowman. Thank you, Brad Thomas, great work. Chris Dunn. In front of the can bar here this afternoon, there's a massive crowd building at Ted Sumner Reserve for this big grand final. And it's been the Dunn show for the Parrots and the Sheen show for the Eagles at either end of the ground. As Dunn has got 2. He comes in looking for 3. Chrissy Dunn, look at that for a kick. That is certainly real. And the double comment gets a little bit higher off the chest as Chrissy Dunn has 3 goals.
3 goals in the first 16, 17 minutes for Chrissy Dunn. That's what he can do. He can kick when he gets his opportunities inside 50. He takes a grab at. I reckon he was a little bit quick there for his opponent. I'm not sure, I couldn't see at that stage who it was, but he just got on the lead. He probably got Porter, was it? Yeah. Sorry?
Sam Walker.
Sam Walker, he had 3 or 4 metres on him. It's going to be a massive opportunity for Leongatha to get it in there quick.
Lead swings back to Leongatha. Leongatha's way by 6 points at the 16-minute mark.
Back in the middle I go, Scally was in there, trying to get it out. Olden worked hard, so does Channing. Porter was there. Channing works hard at ground level again. Great work by Channing. Gave it to Geishan. Geishan goes out wide to Porter, close to the boundary line, and over it goes. Boundary throw in. Centre wing here, 17 minutes gone, scores 6 points in front for the Parrots.
You have a look at the Parrots forward line, they're starting to sag back a little bit now, but they just keep done the whole forward 50 at the minute. He's on fire, he's kicked 3 goals. That's it, why wouldn't you? He's had plenty of space up there to move into.
Boundary throwing on the outer wing, Sculling knocks it forward, Vernon overruns the footy. Great pressure there. Tackled off the ball there was Kyle Cooper, and he's going to win himself a free kick as he didn't have possession. Half forward flank. Kyle Cooper is the recipient here. As we're just 17.5 minutes gone. Done with 3, Sheen with 2 for the Eagles. Cooper goes inside 50, flying from the side. Tommy Marriott takes a strong grab inside 50. Will line up for goal on a 45-degree angle, 30 metres out. As Leongatha have responded to Sheen's 2 goals, and it's been, as we've mentioned a couple of times, the Sheen and Dunn show. Dunn's got 3 for the Parrots, Sheen with 2. Marriott with an opportunity to chime in and kick Leongatha's 4th 18-minute mark.
So Marriott comes in. The bright yellow boots of Tom Marriott, the gun midfielder from their Parrots, walks in. Right foot shot, loves it. And the last couple of minutes have belonged to the Parrots.
There's a lot of momentum swings here in the first 19 or so minutes, but when they get it forward, both sides, as soon as it goes in their forward 50, they just look dangerous. They're both forwards are on top of their backman at the minute. And as soon as it goes in, you're a chance. And on top of that, the ball delivery inside forward 50 has been brilliant.
The Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard, 18-minute mark first quarter, 4-2-26 Leongatha to Maffra 2-2-14.
Bit of Stevie J about that move forward for Tommy Marriott.
Well,
Not CBJ, Paddy Dangerfield.
well, I think they need someone, absolutely. They need a few more avenues to goal. That could be the one. So Skelling will go up this time against Connolly. The two ruckman. Connolly get it back in the middle. Good work there by Holden.
He's been lively.
He has.
Wins himself. Does he get a free kick?
I think he does. It was paid off the, not the controlling umpire. Holden just a little bit.
Holden's free kick actually. It's going to go the way of
Off the
Hayden Brown. So
Brown.
it's off the ball.
Holden actually caught one too. So Brown delivered a half forward. They're looking for, there was Cooper. Comes back in the middle of the ground. Brown has to go. Good work by Butcher. Free kick being played for the legs.
It's going to be unlucky against Butcher.
Yep.
It's going to be against Butcher. He got pushed towards the ball, and in the process of falling down after being pushed, he's taken the legs out of Cade Maskell, and unfortunately given away a free kick.
So Maskell in the middle of the ground. Right foot kick goes in the direction of Vernon. Reads it a little bit better than O'Brien. Vernon's going to swoop on this side of the boundary line. Hutch tries to push him over and the ball, and he succeeds. And we've got a boundary throw in inside Leongatha's forward 50. In front of the can bar here at Murray. Building, 20 minutes have gone. 12-point margin now to Leongatha. It's a big grand final. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. All comes down to this. As the ball comes back into play. In front spot was Willis, put it to the hot spot, and he's better handball out to Brown, and Brown put it through for a 4 and 20 goal of the day. Hayden Brown, they can't do a thing wrong inside forward 50 now, Leongatha.
And I'm looking out at the Leongatha boys now, and only a couple of guys went to Benny Willis, but that tap forward to space is what set up the goal. It was a beautiful hit into space. It was probably a 5 or 6 metre tap, which released Brown into some space, and he finished off nicely around the body.
And the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. That's 4 goals in 5 minutes. So Leongatha to take an 18-point lead, 5-2-32 to Maffra 2-2-14.
Brad Thomas for the all-new Land Rover Discovery. Ground conditions are going to be hot. The rotations need to be up. Yeah, they certainly have. They've responded well. The big moments for Monticello's here at Maui as Jolly has it on the wing. Handball just misses Connolly. Great work by Marriott. Got a handball out towards McGrath. Jolly goes again. Falls over, does McGrath. And the umpire will ball it up, attacking 50. Jolly just need to hit that target to Connolly then.
Great work by Marriott as well to make what seemed to be a 30-70 against him into a 50-50 contest and just wrap the ball up. We'll have a ball up 60 metres out for Maffra as Willis knocks it forward. Porter there, handballs to Carr. Carr, fierce tackle by Willis. Carr gets a handball out to Alexander. Inside to Jolly. Jolly from 50. Unloads. Goes to the square. Sheen sets himself at the back. And just goes through his hands and bounces through for a minor score.
They've got 2 in him now.
Every time he goes forward.
50 metre boys from this kick out. Didn't exactly see what it was from, but Cade Maskell was sprinting to the top of the square. And Alexander was smart enough to get on the mark. So Maskell kicks it out wide, goes in that direction out there. Is it Chalmers? They look similar out there. We'll get to those in a moment. Spearing pass, found Ganane on the centre wing. Ganane, right foot kick again, thumps it inside forward 50. Hopkins is back there, Vernon stays down. Jolly's there, well picked up by Alden, snaps around his body. And he misses for a minor score. Paul Carter, Harvey Norman Computers, Gippsland scoreboard.
That takes Leongatha 5-3-33, Maffra 2-3-15, 22-minute mark first quarter.
Just quickly, sorry Paul, inside 50s for Leongatha.
11-7.
So 11 for Leongatha for 5 goals is pretty good economy rate as Maffra go long and wide. Contest on the half-back flank, and then we see a Leongatha player slung out of the pad, which will be Aaron Coyle.
Free kicks, Paul.
7, this is the 7th for Leongatha, 4 to Maffra.
Certainly been in front, haven't they? They've got
Getting
those
the
50-50.
Yeah.
Coyle has a free kick, 70 metres out, looking to get this inside 50, goes long to the hot spot. It's a one-on-one contest. Geishan, bounces! Nobody gets a hand on it, it's going to bounce through. Coyle kicks a goal from 70, and that's Leongatha's 6.
That's their day so far, isn't it? They've played some good footy. It was Hopkins on the line who realised halfway through the ball flight that he just needed to shepherd it through, and he did a really good job. He blocked the space there, and there was a massive goal there.
Paul Carter, the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard, best range and the best price guaranteed.
23-minute mark first quarter, Leongatha now 6-3-39 to Maffra 2-3-15.
Boys, how often do you see a slow play kick inside 50 go long and there's one contest in the goal squad?
On top of that, they were both only 6 foot players. They were small
players.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ball back in the middle, no one really getting a clean takeaway there, so the umpire will do this one again. As they go at it again, this time Jones up against Skelling, free kick again in the middle.
That was,
Scuzz?
Yeah, that was there. It was holding. Yeah.
Off the play, was it?
Off the play.
Alexander. Chips one lateral out towards Jolly. He's got a bit of space. Bowman closed quickly, just held up though. Quick kick inside it goes towards Benj. Got the big pack. Over the back, west away, nice handball. Out towards Davidson, he's got a couple to beat. Has to handball over the top, Oldham's done well. And he's been level.
And we'll have a send-off here, boys.
And
yes.
they're coming in from everywhere on
We'll have
the
a
top
send-off.
Jolly. And there will be.
And he's been reported
A
already
send-off.
too.
And it's on out here. They're into it. Bowman's into Porter. Jolly's going to go off. Maskell just gave him a shove as well. As Jolly got 15 minutes in the sin bin. Well, there's going to be a free kick. Oldham seems to be okay. He got up and started throwing a few around as well. So, no, it's a yellow.
It's going to be a massive period here for Leongatha, isn't it? Massive
50
period. One
metres.
down, 50 metres.
So send off in 50 metres. Free kick in the favour of Oldham as he was felled behind play. I do believe he has been reported. That's Tom Jolly for Maffra. He'll spend the next 15 minutes off the ground.
Well, Oldham now goes over the top to Brown, who can mark in stride. The umpire said it's about me at this time to slow it down, because I'm going to put my hand up in the air and say time on. So now Oldham chips it in board. Well, that's lack of checking there for the Eagles. And he found Davison right on 50.
Wade around in the goal square as well as
Looks confident.
Hilberg.
Big moment thanks to Monticello's. Jim Beam and Cola 10 packs, only $35 ends tomorrow.
It's a massive moment.
15-minute spell for young Tom Jolly with an errant elbow. As Davidson will come in from 55, gets close to the man on the mark. He's hasn't got the distance. The big moment thanks to Monticello's, and Brock Davison goes bang.
I'll tell you what I loved about it. He's 50 out. He's on a slight angle. He just took the moment on, didn't he? He grabbed the ball and he just said, I'm going to kick this, and he walked back. He was probably 60, 65 out on the when he was lining up. Used the breeze beautifully. Put it over the right-hand goal post. The breeze bring it back nicely to get through for a beautiful goal.
And that is now 6 goals in 11 minutes. And on the Harvey Norman computer Gippsland scoreboard, Leongatha 7-3-45, leading Maffra 2-3-15.
Wow, unbelievable. Have Maffra got something, and we're talking first quarter's 26 minutes. You know this Eagles side will lift. What do? They've got a loose one back at the moment, it looks like now, the Eagles.
It'll be hard to an extra player because Maffra have...
Sorry, yeah, well, exactly right. So, in the middle, again, Marriott just thumps it. Pleming was there, gave a handball out wide to Johnson. Johnson's right foot kick, inside forward 50. The loose one there is Maskell. Couldn't quite mark it, falls to ground. This time it's in Bennett's hand. Comes lateral to Carr, just misses him. Oldham does well. Strong tackle, Oldham cops another one from Johnson. And the umpire says, let's ball it up. Half forward flank for this Eagles side. As Oldham again takes a little bit of time to get up.
And that's another example there. Shane would have been one-on-one if there was no send-off. Maskell comes across and spoils.
Scully knocks it forward. Johnson there for Maffra. His tackle straight away. Spills out to Channing. Channing handball misses a target in O'Brien. Does an underground hand pass back to Channing. His kick going forward is a scrappy kick and mark.
I reckon that stayed on his leg. I reckon he had his leg on.
Coyle gets called to play on. Goes wide and finds Sinclair. This will be Sinclair's first touch, I believe, for the game. Halfback flank, chips one over the top. Davidson's been active, been lively. He marks just another 20 metres further afield. Goes long down the line. Big contest at half-forward flank. Fly from the back. Ends up at ground level. Stripped of the ball. Hilberg barrels one inside 50. One-on-one contest. Vernon gets a nasty bounce. Davey Adams there. Knocks it forward in the way of Geishan. Releasing handball out wide. Will find Clossy. Bouncing towards the boundary. Has time. Under pressure. Kicks to relieve pressure. West away. Gets a nasty bounce. Johnson there is 1-on-3. Makes it a 50-50. Has time for Channing to put some pressure on and wins himself a free kick. And we can take a breather as Leongatha look dangerous, but Lockie Channing has a free kick on the halfback flank.
The Parrots lead by 30 points late in this first quarter. We've got another boundary throw-in on the far side, as it's been 6 goals straight for Leongatha. A very high entertaining first quarter. 28 minutes gone, and Leongatha a 7-3-45, Maffra 2-3-15. Ball comes back into play. Jones hit it straight down. Scally got towards McGrath. Nice handball over the top. Long kick this time by Brown. Inside 50. Hopkins goes back with a flight. Marks it. Lost the handle of the football. Sold some candy to those out.
That's the theatre in that.
Wow, that
I'll
was...
tell you what.
He had a great little sidestep on Winston Geeshan. But we've got a boundary thrown in a dangerous spot for the Eagles. Can they get a late one? Hutz just kicks it off the ground. Good work there by Johnson, tries to crash through. Didn't have the football after he got rid of it. And a free kick goes to Jack Johnson for the Eagles in his defensive 50.
Yeah, with McGrath in that last contest up there on the stoppage, boys. That was unbelievable.
I'll tell you what they are doing, the Leongatha boys. They are stopping the run every single time.
Yeah.
If you have a look at right here, we've got Stone, you've got Sinclair. They're all pushing their forwards. They don't want to run over the back. As Adams has to kick a wobbly one to half forward. Clossy is there, Sinclair close. Renoy's got pace, he gathers it, he puts the handle out in front and then got called to throw. Advantage goes to Leongatha. Maskell chipped over the top to Sinclair. Sinclair, right foot clips the wobbly one. Goes to Fleming got crunched. G'day, said I didn't mean it. Walker said I don't care. You cut him high.
There's a card coming up.
He's got a book.
That's the book, I reckon.
That's the book.
Walker got stuck in a Ganane and Ganane's still down. There is 50 for Fleming. He caught one and Ganane will be sent the yellow.
Oh.
So now, you know what? I don't mind it because they set the precedence early.
Yeah.
It's consistency. He did. There was no need for Ganane to follow up on that. So Sam Fleming was going to take a clear mark. He could have quite easily just held him up on the mark. There's no need for it. Consistency from the umpires. We are down to 17 players apiece for both sides in this first quarter, and we've had 9 goals.
What a grand final. First quarter. We've had 9 goals kicked in the first. Fleming chips it over the top. Guess what? Sheen couldn't quite mark it. Good work at ground level. Over the shoulder, the professional one. Mitchy Bennett does a Joel Selwood and got lower than his defender. And he wins himself the free kick.
And that's the point, Scud, isn't it? He won himself a free kick. It's up to Leongatha to get lower.
Yep.
I know it's not probably what we want to say all the time, but he did get caught high in the end. He got the arms up and made the... Yeah, it was professional as the siren goes.
The quarter time siren sounds. The first one goes 31 minutes. And Leongatha lead it by 30 points. However, Mitch Bennett has a shot on goal to close things out. We've got 2 send-offs in the first quarter. We've had 9 goals so far. Bennett will come in after the siren and skip his way. He puts it through. There's 50-metre penalty. No one cares. Could it be another kick?
No.
Who cares? 50 metres, put it through. Mitch Bennett, Maffra go everywhere. And the momentum swings at quarter time to the Eagles. What a quarter! The 2017 Grand Final is alight. Leongatha 7-3-45, Maffra at 3-3-21. The margin is 24 points. We have a game on here at Ted Summerton Reserve, and it's all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the U-D-Max or MUX, and you can get that at 18 Saskia Way More, LNCT 108285.
642 back in 1960s. And Leongatha had one in the 90s that was 7 goals straight.
We'll get to some of those team stats in a moment. Great work, Paul. Scully gets the first tap out of this second quarter. Carr was absolutely hammered by Willis, in that rough work. And the big galloping Ben Willis. He's a strong boy. He'll take this ruck duties again up against Connolly. This time Connolly out towards Porter. Closing. Brown just stole the footy away, but
Free kick.
goes to Porter.
Yeah, too high. And that, I'm not sure whether it was Brown being that second person in or whether it was the initial tackle.
Paul, some key stats.
Inside 50s, 14-11 Leongatha's way. Clearance is 6-3 Leongatha's way. The rest were very even.
Porter's kick went over the top to Carr. He couldn't mark it. Twisting around Willis again and Brown. Carr now right foot spearing past. Inside 50. No one can mark it. Ben's good as there. Great work there by Bowman. Swooped on it, handled over the top to Baboon. Now on to Chalmers, out towards McGrath. Half-back flank is Paddy McGrath. Right foot kick down the line to Hopkins' direction. In front though, Adams. Couldn't quite mark it. Adams goes again. Just ran over the football. Picked it up there was Walker who squeezed a handball out to Connolly. He gets it out towards Porter. Now he comes in board. Beautiful kick. And found Butcher.
Geez, they weighed that up nicely, didn't they? Under pressure, hard up on the boundary as Butcher releases Petro with a handball. Has one bounce, beats him, goes behind him. Pressure comes, drops the ball, goes and gathers, gets tackled again. Throws the ball out to the wing, goes in the way of Johnson. He gets a nasty bounce. Butcher runs through, puts his head over it. Should have been a free kick for too high. Umpire calls play on. Davidson tackled strongly by Lockie Channing. We'll see a ball up, half forward flank. Ball up, half forward flank in favour of Maffra. Willis knocks it forward. McGrath gathers. Strong tackle by Porter. And holding the ball, says the umpire.
Quick on it.
Umpire says he tried to fend off. That was his prior opportunity.
Fair enough too.
And I like that it's good that he was able to sort of see that and read the decision and the reason behind it. Porter goes wide and Clossy marks the ball on the half forward flank for the Eagles, as we'll take another bit of a breather.
No score in this second quarter. The Clossy kick goes in the Sheen direction. Couldn't quite mark it at ground level. Baboon handled across now. This time it went to Stone. He got it out to the run from half back. Long kick goes in the direction of Hopkins.
You
But
can't
Fleming,
allow him to get front position.
as Fleming is about to be, he's going to come in and reverse this one, I think.
No, I reckon he's just going to
Have a chat.
Oh, he's having a chat to Fleming as he gave Hopkins one, and
The
Fleming.
benefit of the doubt.
Whereabouts, boys? Do you reckon he got hit?
Yeah, well, he's on the all fours and he's holding a couple of things. As Fleming goes towards Marriott coming in front of Butcher to take the mark.
Simmering again, boys. It's simmering.
Marriott just been told to slow it down from Willis, so he goes short to Bowman.
Hopkins comes off to grab his breath.
And a few other
Doing the
as Bowman kicks it down the line. Nice one. Good work by Cameron Stone, who is in this Leongatha group. A couple of them have these man buns, which are a growing trend in society. I don't like
It's the same thing, mate.
It is. Well, Daggy boys have it as well. They get it towards half forward. Strong tackle again by the big boys.
What you talking about, Willis?
On Alex Carr there, and we've got another ball up as Carr just gets up and felt that one on the top of his shoulder. So Willis and Connolly both tap it out. Butcher had to tap. Willis then slapped it on the boot. Inside 50 it goes. Big spoil from Adams. Geeksham was front and square. Does well with a handball backwards to Hutz, who can slow it down, chip it over the top nicely to find Bennett. Defensive 50 for the Eagles. Bennett goes out wide towards Renoy. The margin's still 24 points as Renoy's kick goes in the direction of Channing, who can mark and play on. Right foot delivery, beautiful to Johnson. Cop it over the shoulder, and Johnson gets the free kick. A strong lead out from full forward, a hard one to defend.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good ball movement from the Eagles there as well. They just released players out wide and found Johnson on a nice strong lead. Just a quick update too, guys. I have it down as Jolly. For 8.5 minutes he'll come back on in this quarter. It's just ticked over 4, and for Ganane it'll be 14 minutes into this quarter. So they've got another 10 minutes with Ganane off the ground as well.
So Jack Johnson will have to kick this a good 50 metres. They trail by 24 points, the Eagles, from 51. Won't have the distance. Bedgood's back there. So is Baboon. Puts a hand up Maskell. Sheen tried the roving work. Handballs to a dangerous spot. Bedgood grabs it. Handballs back to Alexander. Puts it on his left foot and puts it through the middle. The first goal of the second quarter goes to the Eagles. A much needed one, Dylan Alexander.
It was, and we've seen it going into their forward 50. That's what they've done against Moe a few weeks ago. They've used their speed outside. They need Channing to be involved in the game because of his leg speed. And they've got it forward. It was a contest, and that's how they got it in there. Just from that spread from the stoppages, outside run, get it in there quick, and their forwards will do the work.
The Carver Country scoreboard. Leongatha lead by 18 points 4 minutes into the second quarter. Leongatha 7-3-45, Maffra 4-3-27.
Well, the message at quarter time was get it inside 50 to our forwards, and because they're dangerous, and that is the end result. A nice goal to Alexander as the ball back in the middle. Willis gathers and puts it inside 50, goes out wide. Leading the race is done. Got Walker for company, but the boundary line's
in the back?
No, every contest has that air of just something about to happen. On this occasion, the umpire said no, we'll ball it in. Inside Leongatha's forward 50, about 35-40 metres around from goal, we'll have a boundary throw in.
Ball will come back into play. Connolly, Vernon takes the ruck work down there. Clears both ruckmen over the back was O'Brien. Right foot kick goes in the middle of the ground. Just on from the bench is Skelling. Sheen's going to close. Skelling got up high. Tapped it back in the direction of Maskell. His kick comes out wide. Finds McGrath. He can handle over the top to Cooper if he wants, or kick in that direction. Decides not to. He wants to go longer. Hilberg, the first time this afternoon, and a long searching lead. Petra closes quickly and causes it to go over for a boundary throw-in. A great matchup between two warriors there. They've got great engines, both of those boys.
Absolutely.
The closing speed then on Petro was awesome.
And he just committed himself to that contest as well, just ran through the ball and took it out for a boundary throw-in. Half forward flank for the Parrots as Connolly knocks it forward, ends up with Porter.
Great
Porter
roving.
runs through the wing, chips the ball forward, is going to beat, go over the top of Sheen, marked over there by Sinclair, can release out wide, bounces in front of his, it could be Reed, Kyle Reed plays on inside the centre, goes wide, on a lead there is Hilberg, ends up in his hands now, handballs the ball back to Olden, Olden chips it inside 50,
Too big.
Walker's dropped the sitter,
Ball.
puts the pressure on, he's dropped it and knocked it out as the ball hits the ground, but the ball hit the ground first, and 50 against Hunts.
Yeah.
I don't like it. There wasn't much in it.
He did remonstrate though.
Yeah, but it's just a bit of push and shove. It's a final.
Hey, I'm just the messenger.
It's the heat of the situation. Just go over to the boys and say, hey, enough of that.
Yeah, cool your jets.
Do it again. We'll then call a free kick. But
If they're consistent though all day.
Right. Nonetheless, a free kick and 50 metres in favour of Chrissy Dunn. He goes to the easiest of goals, bangs it through for his fourth, and a good response there for the Parrots.
Yeah, it was, and it all just came about from Sam Walker. I don't want to point him out, but he just had a nice easy mark inside 50, 30 out. He just spilt it. It probably did come onto him pretty quick. Spilt mark, and a beautiful tackle there from Dunny.
And the Carpet Country scoreboard, the 24-point quarter-time lead's been reinstated in Leongatha's favour, 8-3-51, Maffra 4-3-27.
Sorry, Paul. Just quickly, Troy, I think I led you up the garden path there. Kyle Reed's not actually playing this afternoon. It was Forrester, that one before. So
good.
back in the middle, O'Brien was there working hard, tried to squeeze a handball out in the direction of Carr. He goes again. Alexander's down on the bottom of the pack as well. And
the
free
one you were
kick.
thinking was Kyle Cooper.
Yes, it was, exactly. Alexander handballed backwards now to Adams. His left foot kick goes inside 50. Johnson, great work by Maskell to spoil. Out there is Davison, picks it up, handballs inboard. Out there, that is that Forrester man we're talking about. Jolly goes again, has a quick handball. Jolly seems to be back on the ground now, boys. So Maffra now are at 18, and Leongatha still at 17 after the send-off. As out on the far side, Olden has it for the Leongatha side. It's been a goal apiece to start the second quarter. Olden comes inboard to Sinclair. The press rolls back of the Eagles. Sinclair just chips it over the top. Bit of space there. Here's McGrath. He decides to handball backwards. Maskell now, long kick, left foot, goes in the directions of Hilberg. Petro is over the back. Good work by Porter. Crashed in again. Good Geishan, handball. Back to Bennett, who's high up the field. Bennett's going to be a turnover. Cooper has it, top of the 50, lowers the eyes,
hit.
finds the target in Davison, and he'll go back and have a shot. The composure from Kyle Cooper was good.
He just waited up nicely, didn't want to rush his kick. He had time to assess all options, and the best option was Brock Davidson, and he'll line up for goal, 40 metres out, slide angle, as the kick coming out of defensive 50 was Mitch Bennett. Just caught the instep of his boot and went straight to Kyle Cooper. Davidson skips his way inside 50, puts the ball on the boot, hangs it out to the left, the wind brings it back nicely, goes through for a beautiful goal from Brock Davidson, and that's 2 in a row for the Parrots.
I think that was in the air for about 3 seconds, and I think the last 2.2 of a second it just come in at the last second. But that's just some time outside there for Kyle Cooper outside 50. He had some time to assess his options. Mitch Bennett, the option was there, he just didn't execute as well as he probably would have liked. Kick back inboard and a nice finish there from Davidson again, who's kicking really well for goal.
Leongatha lead by 30 points, 10 minutes of the second quarter on the Carpet Country scoreboard, 9-3-57, Maffra 4-3-27.
Against the flow 2 scutters, Leongatha still have one less on the field. 14-minute mark, we'll see Ganane come back on.
Johnson well roved off the hand of Jones, kicks it in towards Sheen, puts one hand up, Bennett's there, gathers it, gets back, goes bow one way, comes the other way to O'Brien, who runs to 40, right foot, the reply is a great one as Daniel O'Brien, the bike rider, puts one through, and Maffra gets a good reply.
Yeah, it was a good reply. They're very Sheen conscious at the minute, Maffra, going forward, aren't they? It seems like every time they go in, but the thing is, he's either marking it or bringing it to ground, and it probably hasn't allowed guys like Dan Bedgegood to get involved in the game as much as what they probably can, but that was a nice finish there.
That ruck work was amazing too, boys, out of the centre.
Yeah.
Carpet Country scoreboard, a 24-point lead to Leongatha, 9-3-57, Maffra 5-3-33.
Free flowing affair this afternoon in this big grand final. No one wins the ruck from the centre. Johnson was in there again. Working hard was Olden on Alexander. Head over the football was Bowman. Dives on it. Alexander's at the bottom of the pack as well.
What a lot then from Sculling. He got comprehensively beaten the time before. There's a plug rule here.
the ruck contest before that, he got comprehensively beating, which ended up being a goal for Maffra. That's on, jumped in early, made it an absolute contest, and that's what he had to do then. He couldn't give it up, so he decided to go 50-50, which resulted in another ball up.
So Holden Boyer comes on and will go directly into the full 50.
Leongatha need another blood rule because that just sat about a minute on 10. So another more minute like that, we'll have back on the ground. At the moment, inside the box.
24-point margin in favour of Leongatha. 12 minutes into the second quarter. Johnson starting to get his hand on the ball for the Sale Greyhounds this afternoon. A quick one by Geesh and tries to don't argue. And again, Johnson just
A bit high, I think, in the head roll.
Keep an eye on that one, of course. Sale Greyhounds this afternoon, the best on ground performing. Catch up here to the three nibbles in the AFL Grand Final on the big screen.
Contest in the middle. Hard trying to wheel his way forward. Gets his hand on. Scraps a kick forward. Like it goes 15. Snapped out of the contest by Sinclair. Is marked by Hutz. Hutz unleashes long. Going to go show inside 50. Fleming finds himself forward. Sheen agreement with Payton. Again, puts the pressure on. Lays a nice strong tackle and we'll have the ball after. 30 metres out from goal for the Eagles. Fleming just slides forward. Slide or move? Well, keep an eye on that one. He might slide his way forward. The last couple of minutes that they've got a free, an extra player on the ground. Let's just throw Fleming forward and see if we can just snag one before they're back to full strength.
Just counting the numbers, it looks like he may have moved forward a little bit there. Sheen takes the ruck work inside 50. Good work by Marriott to hand it out the way of Sinclair. He got dumped after he kicked it, and in front spot
Strong
Hopkins.
mark.
He's good at reading the flight of the ball, isn't he?
He's
Hopkins?
a clever player.
He's taken two strong chest marks with pressure, and it's very hard to do. Yeah.
Kicks down the line, looking for his ruckman in. Big boy Willis. Hutch used his body well, close to the boundary. Happy to see it go over. And the Mustaco of James Hutt is coming along nicely.
He's had a good start to the game, Hutz. He's taken some good contested marks. One-on-one, he's been brilliant.
Keep in mind
as well.
Keep in mind that Reed is out of that side as well. One of the key defenders for this Eagle one. A great tap by Willis to Bowman, puts it inside 50. Walker had to get a half volley. Cooper does well. Handball picked off by Clossy of the Eagles. Clossy took one or two on, then squeezed a handball to Holmes. Shepherd by Carr was perfect. Allowed Holmes to gather it. Handball inboard to the Jones ruckman, to Clossy, back to Holmes. A chain of handballs ends up in Jones's hands, who kicks it to the wing. Sheen goes back with courage. Canane's back on the ground now. It's 18 on 18 again. Stone got tackled behind from Jolly, and that's holding the ball.
Stone cold.
As Jolly wins himself the free kick, holding the ball on the wing. He chips it to the boundary. Carr has it.
Both teams at full strength, Scott, and both have been involved in that last contest, Ganane and Jolly. To make amends for their indiscretions.
Carr kicks down the line, high. Sheen back pedals. So does Baskel. Sheen too strong. Darren Sheen and just going to give it inside 50 points in range. They've caught a shepherding against Darren Sheen.
Against Sheen.
So Sheen.
Smart by the umpire to say it wasn't against Sheen.
Cade Maskell has it. Back flank, kicks it over the top of Sheen, goes to him, said I'll mark that. Got down the line, Carr tried to crash through, does well. Underground handball to Holmes. Stands up in the tackle. Parrots everywhere. Marriott was one of those. Checked his kick towards Ganane. Couldn't quite mark, but he brought it to front down. Closing
that's going to be a free kick.
Geishan remembered that Jax Ganane got one of his teammates and he gave away a professional free kick. Don't like it?
I understand why he wanted to do it.
Yep, not the time.
Not a free kick.
Ganane,
physical.
Right foot, thumps it. Going back there is Scalling. Had to do the spoiling work. McGrath was front and square. He's not going to get through two tackles. The football just bobbles out though. Vernon was there to grab it. Handballs to Cooper. He's under pressure. Big tackle, and the umpire says we'll ball it up top of the 50. 15, make it 16 minutes gone. 24-point margin in favour of the Parrots.
Paddy McGrath slow to get up inside 50. He's up and about now, just working that shoulder over. Half forward flank for the Parrots. Willis knocks it forward. Ends up there with Sculling, can't gather. Pressure comes. Davey Adams for the Eagles, leading the race. Vernon's shows a good pair of heels. Wins a contest. Spills out to Cooper. He's tackled over for a boundary throw in 30 metres around from goal. Zach Vernon's stats, Paul, we keeping track of that? Yeah, just 3 handballs today. Quiet, well held. So maybe look at an opportunity to get him into play. Throw him up on a wing. Throw him behind the ball. Sculling knocks it forward. Falls in the path of Brown, feeds a handball out under pressure, ends up with that man Vernon, snaps it around the corner, contest just to the right of the goal square, sees the ball go out of bounds, hard up on the behind post inside Leongatha's forward 50, 16 and 3/4 minutes gone. We have a 24 point margin.
Nathan Scarra.
Yeah, I'll just be worried here at the contest for Maffra. I think the ruck work from Leongatha has been good.
It's been great, hasn't it, that Willis?
Yeah.
Working hard there was done. So was Geishan, who had a quick tackle. And Brad Thomas, you're at the ground level. What's the intensity like? It certainly looks great from here for the all-new Land Rover.
It's really good, mate. And every time there's a contested ball, the crowd for both sides are just going up and about. It's on a knife's edge down here, boys.
Well, big moments brought to you by Monticello's this afternoon, as expected. This big game between the top two sides in the Gippsland League, as the kick was outside the 50, but it's going back.
Yeah,
Leongatha.
Bedgood against Willis, pushed him underneath the ball and gives away a free kick. So we'll have another inside 50 for Leongatha.
Willis drives it high. There's a whistle off the play and there's a player down. And it's an Eagles player down on the far side. It looks to be Alexander.
We've got another send-off.
We certainly have. And Luke Bowman's going to be the one this time for the Parrots. As Alexander pops up to his feet and he's fine as he gets a free kick, as you do. But gee whiz, boys, we've had 3 send-offs in a quarter and a half of football, and we got 50 as well.
We spoke about this, I reckon, after the Tom Bug incident. Come grand final time, you hit someone, you take him out of the play. What the ramifications are. It's half an hour at 17 men for Leongatha, isn't it?
Absolutely. Big moment of the game for Monticello's this afternoon. The Jack Daniels 700ml, just $39.99 as Alexander squares it up across this near side to Adams. He's still in his half-back flank though, is Adams. Fleming is at centre half-back. He goes to that direction. Who can mark? Cooper stands the mark. Sam Fleming stats, Paul Carter.
5 in the first quarter, and that's his second one this quarter, so 7-1.
Chipped it to Clossy. Clossy comes towards the half forward. Jolly presents, gets up, marks, and he turned around and played on quickly. He's agile enough, goes in the direction of Bedgood. Johnson's back there as well, couldn't quite mark. Ball in dispute, working hard, Bedgood, handballs over the top, but Willis, the big boy, picked it off, sold some candy, handballed nicely to Baboon, gave it to Coyle, and the Parrots are away, out towards Marriott.
Marriott lets it bounce in front of him, just beats it inside, tries to go inside, gives him a don't argue, but the boundary umpire beats them both.
Fair bit of niggle, boys, isn't there?
Yeah, it's red hot this game. Both sides realise what's at stake. Maffra looking for their 6th win in 11 years, and Leongatha for their first after going down in the last 2 previous grand finals. Hacked out of the contest through Brown, bounces just inside the boundary line, the half-forward flank for the Parrots, as we're just coming up on 20-minute mark, and no change to the score since last time. 24-point margin in favour of Leongatha.
So you're a man up, Maffra, right now. Do you put someone behind the ball with the state of the game, or do you play them up around the footy maybe, or try and be a little bit more attacking?
Attack. Get back into this one, and this is where they go through the middle of Jolly. He runs away from McGrath, has one bounce. The youngster, the speed demon, Jolly unloads to the pocket. It's all Leongatha, and reading it nicely was Chris Baboon for the Parrots, the captain of this Leongatha side, the co-captain I should say, as Baboon kicks nicely to McGrath, who wouldn't have liked to see the heels of Jolly. However, he's a cool customer to put it behind him and to play the game. McGrath kicks it down towards Stone direction, in front, couldn't mark it. Good work by Chalmers, handballs inboard, Olden has it. Checks his kick. Nice one to Ganane. Open forward line. He'll have to slow this down, does Ganane.
Marriott's
Tommy Marriott.
Ganane puts it over the top in that direction of Marriott. It's Marriott and Geishan. Coming in to help, though, was Porter for the Eagles, and Porter will switch it up. It's 2. They can raffle it. O'Brien has it on the wing. Chips it over the top. Goes high in the air. It's a poor kick in the end, and Westaway takes the mark.
I'm going to do a quick around the grounds for Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Half-time of the A-grade netball sees Traralgon 31 leading Druin 26 as Westaway unloads down the line. Willis sets himself, as does Adams. Adams gets a fist on. Hilberg, a chain of handballs, ends up with Willis. Hacks it forward. It's all Maffra and all Sam Fleming back there. Gathers on the bounce, chips one over the top and finds James Hutz. Hutz plays on quickly, goes wide to the near side. Hudson Holmes finds himself free over the back, marks nicely. Handballs over the top to Johnson. Willis puts pressure on.
Good run.
Enough time. O'Brien leaves it behind. Reading the play nicely is Hopkins. Releases out wide inside the corridor to Hayden Brown. He marks and sees there's nothing up forward, just slows up play. Finally looks for Ganane. Does it carry? It does. Ganane drops it though. Gathers, ducks inside one, handballs inside the Stone. Puts the ball on the boot.
Good pressure.
And great pressure. Sees the ball hit the right hand behind upright for a free kick.
Obviously, Leongatha are a man down at the minute, but I like their play then. They just went slow. They got it there. They didn't bomb away. Fleming sitting behind the footy. Nice slow play into their forward 50. It didn't result in a goal, but it did result in a stoppage in their forward 50.
Porter kicks it outside his defensive 50. Fleming has to work hard. Tapped it out towards Carr. Quick kick goes high. Bennett direction. Great work. And well read by Mitch Bennett. 24-point margin at the moment. 22 minutes have gone. Great work by Jolly to mark and pick that one off. The run and carry's been important. Goes Sheen direction. Puts one hand up. Can't mark it. Over for a boundary throw in. Quickly around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland Stores. Just repeating in the reserves, it was Tigers winning the premiership, defeating Leongatha. They won it 8-7-55 to Leongatha 5-8-38. And it was in the under-18s Terrelgan winning, and in the under-16s Maui winning.
Boundary throw in deep inside Maffra's forward 50. Sheen knocks it backwards. Free kick.
Goes to Sheen.
The way of
Sheen.
Yep.
Going the way of Sheen. Free kick for Darren Sheen deep inside Maffra's forward 50. As the big fella's going to go back and line up for his third goal. Kick the first 2 goals of the game for Maffra. As looks to just get a bit of momentum going the way of the Eagles. Can Darren Sheen. He'll line up 30 metres out. 45-degree angle. Makes his way inside 50. We'll know by the reaction once the ball comes off the boot. On the boot now, lays back, runs towards a corridor, looking for some teammates to high-five because this ball has gone straight through the middle, reduces the margin back to 18 points.
They've had a little bit of momentum here, Maffra, no doubt about that, but I'm really impressed with Tom Jolly. He got sent off earlier. The last probably 5 minutes, he's been everywhere. He's carried the footy through the middle parts of the ground. Once again, he's the one who got that entry into the forward 50. He's stepped up. He's repaying his teammates by playing some really good footy.
And the margin in Leongatha's favour is now 18 points. We've played 23 minutes into this second quarter. Carpet Country scoreboard reads Leongatha 9-3-57, Maffra 6-3-39.
Back in the middle. Yeah, Butcher was the one, put it on his boot, goes to half forward. Johnson is there, just tapped it in front of him, goes again. Johnson does well, gets to 50, a barrel inside. Bennett marks it on the goal line, slams it home, and that could be a danger sign back there as football went 100 mile an hour, but in the end, Maffra get the goal.
Someone got decapitated down here.
And Butcher said it at quarter time. If we get it in there, we're a chance. And that's what they've done. Every time they get it in there, they're a chance at scoring. I'm sure they'd be down or be pretty close now with their inside 50s, but they're just getting it in there quickly. One-on-ones in their forwards. One-on-one forwards beat their defenders most times.
Carpet Country scoreboard, 24-minute mark second quarter. The difference is now 12 points. Leongatha 9-3-57, Maffra 7-3-45. Inside 50s are now 12-10. Leongatha's way this quarter.
Ball back in the middle. Sculling knocks the ball forward. Off the line, Vernon taps it in the path of Alden. His kick off the ground goes to Ganane. Gets called to play on. Wheels around. Has time to go wide. Fleming and Dunn. Dunn works Fleming underneath the ball and takes a strong mark in between 2 Maffra Eagles and has an opportunity to arrest some of that momentum that was going in the way of the Eagles and has a chance to kick his 5th of the game in a first half of football. Just ticked over 25 minutes. 18-point margin in favour of Maffra. Must add, just a reminder, and to those that have just tuned in, Leongatha have one less on the field, as it was Luke Bowman being sent off about 5 minutes ago. So coming in for his opportunity for a 5th goal. Dunn, tight angle, puts a ball on the boot, hangs it out to the left. It doesn't come back this time and goes through for a minor score. Some accurate kicking from both sides. Sees 16 goals cumulative and only 7 behinds.
Paul Carter on the Carpet Country scoreboard. Carpet Country supporting country football across Gippsland.
13-point lead to Leongatha, 9-4-58 to Maffra 7-3-45. Almost 26 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Ball back into play out there was Channing, who kicks it down the line. Leongatha, Coyle and Baboon crashed into each other. It allowed the Eagles to get one over the top to Connolly. Kicks it towards half forward. Back there is Chalmers for the Parrots. Handballs inboard to Dunn. It was. Now it falls in the hands of Westaway. His kick goes high half forward and Fleming goes back and marks. in front of Zach Vernon. Fleming just starting to work his way into this game.
Question I was going to ask you boys, with only a couple of minutes left in this quarter, do Leongatha throw an extra one behind the ball and only go with 4 forwards, even though they're one man down?
13-point margin. It's a good question they lead by. That's why you're one of the superstar coaches in Gippsland, Troy Makepeace, posing all the tough questions as Walker kicks towards half forward, goes along the ground. Maskell is there, handball inboard to McGrath. His little kick just goes 5 metres, play on to the umpire. Quick handball from Westaway to Maskell. Left foot kick, nice there, one to Vernon who can't mark at his chest. Vernon and Hutz, both desperation, both attacking the football. Hutz kicks it towards half forward. And Bedgood marks.
Bedgood marks, 70 metres out. Goes inside 50. Sheen sets himself from the back at the front. Gets it at the second attempt. Handballs over the top. Bennett is tackled straight away, driven into the ground. Alexander off the ground. Dribbles it through.
What a goal.
And goals for the Eagles. They're only 7 points behind. Eagles are on top here, but still trail.
Absolutely on top, and their 17 to 18 men makes that much difference. It's not funny. We've seen Fleming is starting to get involved along half back because he's got no opponent. He's spare along half back. Sheen again is just a mammoth presence up in their forward 50. They go through him nearly every time, but something comes of everything he does.
27-minute mark, second quarter, 7-point difference. Leongatha 9-4-58, Maffra 8-3-51 on the Carpet Country scoreboard.
Well, we've got 4 in a row from the Eagles late in the second quarter to close this margin as they have the advantage. They're back in the middle. O'Brien wins it again for the Eagles. Right foot kick goes to half forward. Bedgood is there. The bounce just eluded him. Chalmers gathered it. Handball to McGrath. McGrath's handball was picked off by Butcher, who gave it to Adams. It was Holmes does well, sold some candy. Undergrad handball, misses Butcher now, handballs over the top to Bedgood. Nice little tap onto O'Brien, hard up on the boundary line, 45, puts it in the hot spot, they close. Sheen can't mark, there's a free kick against Bennett. And it's going in the hands of Coyle of Leongatha.
Right, Scuzz, every time it goes in there, something's going to happen.
Bedgood's been brilliant the last 2-3 minutes, hasn't he?
Sure has, as Chris Baboon has it. For the Parrots, comes to the near side, looking for Stone on his own, should mark. Good little closing speed and a spoil by Patch Adams. And in front of the can bar, which is absolutely chockers this afternoon at Ted Summerton Reserve, we've got a boundary throw in. 28.5 minutes gone, the margin 7 points, been a good fight back from this Eagle side.
As you'd expect, they've been very good at doing that as Willis knocks it forward. No one in particular, and the umpire would deem that to be play on, and goes out for a boundary throw in another 20 metres around. Still in Maffra's forward half, as the ruckmen are going to go at it again, is Jones and Willis. Willis knocks it forward again. Brown at speed, sockers it off the ground, goes and gets it again, sockers it again. Petro in front, marks strongly in front of Hilberg. Nice defensive mark there from Andrew Petro, and will relieve pressure out to Lockie Channing, half-back flank.
How long did the first quarter go for, Paul?
31. Sorry, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Channing kicks down the line to the wing. No one can mark it. Good spoil. Porter was there. Handball inboard to Carr. And the half-time siren sounds. And it's been a good little fight back. A 24-point margin at quarter time for Leongatha has now been reduced to 7 points as the Eagles took full advantage of having 17 men on the... Good one. We've had 17 goals kicked in a half of football. We've had 3 send-offs and the clouds just start to roll in. Have we got another twist in this game?
Breeze has dropped too, boys.
As you'd expect, a big second half coming up here from the Ted Summerton Reserve. The two sides are all set. Leongatha still with 17 out on the park, and it'll be Willis and Connolly to get this third quarter underway as the umpire goes bang, and Connolly got high, tapped it down to himself nearly. Willis had to squeeze a handball out as he was tackled. Stone does well at ground level to flick a handball back towards Maskell. Working hard was Carr. Stone goes again, flicks a handball out. Sheen comes high. Working hard at ground level now is Butcher. Slaps it on his boot, goes straight up and down. Chalmers goes back with a flight, kept his eye on the ball, couldn't mark it though. Now he's in a bit of trouble as Bedgood swoops on it, handballs to himself. Great work by Tommy Marriott to handball out wide, allows Baboon. Well, Renoy kept his feet, but he gave away a free kick, boys. What do you think?
Not much in that. Not much in it. How strong was Marriott around the contest then, boys? That was unbelievable play. It was a certain goal for Maffra if he wasn't strong over the ball.
So Baboon kicks it out wide, looking for Willis. Connolly tried to spoil. Good one by Adams as well. At ground level, Vernon does well. Handballs over his shoulder. Tries Hilberg, well picked off by Porter. Gets a handball down to O'Brien. Squeeze a quick one to Channing. That was to Connolly. Back to Channing. Has a flying shot to the hot spot.
Player down in the
Ball
square.
over was Bennett. Leongatha got all the numbers. McGrath handballs directly towards the boundary line. And the umpire said that is all fair. We've got a boundary throw in. Frantic stuff to open the third quarter.
When you see a player go down in the square, you look for the umpire to see if a free kick's going to get paid. None was paid, but the result being a boundary throw in favour of Maffra. Sheen gets pushed down by Willis. Willis hacks the ball, has a fresh area. Olden slaps the ball on the boot, goes 90 degrees sideways towards the boundary, and we'll have another boundary throw in. Scars, you still had a good look at that one. Was it a free kick, or did Sheen play for that a little?
I reckon he might have played for it, but Big Benny Wells, how strong is he? We've seen him around the contest. He's won some really clear tap outs to advantage.
Ruckman go out again. This time Sheen protects the fall of the ball. Goes and gets it again. Tackled by Westaway. And we'll have another ball up 40 metres out from goal. Both teams just starting to feel each other out and find their feet. Sheen works to the front. Gets the ball down. Marriott swings around. Hacks it 70 metres clear. It's all space. It's 1-on-2. The two being Hilberg. Gathers. Wheels around. Gets to 60. Open goal square. Direction, bounces.
It's through.
Great goal, coast to coast. Tommy Marriott to Aaron Hilberg gets a goal for the Parrots against the flow of play.
And he had two to beat, who were Andrew Petro and Sam Fleming, two of the best defenders that Maffra got. He's beat them both and turned. He was probably 70 metres out when he turned, took a couple of steps, kicked it as long and as far as he could, and it just bounced through on the last bounce. It was a brilliant goal.
Important first goal in the third quarter has gone to Leongatha at the 2-minute mark. And on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, they're 10-4-64, leading Maffra by 13 points. The Eagles are 8-3-51.
Well, that was certainly against the trend. It spent a lot of time in Maffra's forward 50, and then great call, Troy, to coast. This time Willis got up high, slapped it forward. Coming off the line though, there was Adams, who kicked it out towards Butcher now. He can gather in front of Maskell, swings back onto the right foot. Right foot goes towards the top of the 50. Bedgood couldn't take it. Clash of bodies from Willis and Carr. Carr goes again. Chalmers puts him in a tackle and a suplex and dumps him to the ground. The umpire said, let's ball it up.
Geez, he's been good, Willis, hasn't he?
He's been in everything. He's at ground level in the ruck contest, working his way back and forward. He's playing every role possible. He's going to contest this against Sheen again. Goes up straight to Carr. Carr's kick smothered off the boot by Marriott. Releases pressure again towards the boundary, and we should see this go over for a boundary throw-in.
Boys, that was a big moment thanks to Monticello's, of course. Jim Beam Cole, the 10-pack's only $35. Aaron Hilberg getting that goal when they're one down.
Yeah, one down against the flow. Maffra had the ball in their forward 50 for about the first 2 minutes 40.
Yep.
Straight down the other end for a goal for Leongatha.
Huge moment as he's about to come back on, does Bowman.
Luke Bowman gets a high five from
He owes him, doesn't he?
from Bo Vernon. Says go on and repay what your indiscretion was. It goes inside 50, tap down to Ganane. Ganane gets tackled and free kick goes to Fleming to
Hutz,
now
actually.
there's no advantage. They looked to take advantage. The umpire pulled them up. Then they took the advantage. The umpire said, no, you're going back behind the mark.
Hutz is the one who gets the free kick in the end. And he looks to the change room side here at Moe. Just chips it over the top, and Brown comes in. Good work by Johnson. I think two Leongatha boys spoiled themselves, and Willis again puts a big smother on, stays in the field of play. Vernon went high, tunneled in, goes to Johnson. It's inside the opposition coach's box.
Nothing there,
Vernon
boys. Nothing there.
Got tunnelled.
There's no free kick. That is a free kick, I
Doesn't
think.
realise he's got
Vernon, he doesn't know he's got it.
That is a free kick for tunnelling on Johnson.
That's where, though, boys. If he had a left foot then, it wouldn't have been an issue then.
Exactly right. So Vernon has the free kick. The margin is 13 points in favour of the Parrots. Short kick's going to be picked off by Porter, who marks it, and the umpire called play on. It's a bit hard to stop when you're running forward.
It's called inertia, boys.
Goodness gracious, the umpire surely said to Calvin Porter, I'm sorry.
Unless he said it didn't carry the required 15 metres.
That would have been harsh too. Porter will go again at this one. So to sink Olden. Crashing through was O'Brien on Brown. They shaped up to each other.
All right, Makey.
As it should do. It's a grand final, boys.
Both teams should be looking at the fact, though, we've had 3 send-offs in the first half and not overstep that mark. Boundary throw-in. Scaling works to the front. Holding off the ball there was Johnson. Held off by Brown. Wins a free kick on true centre wing. And just weighing up his options has Channing inside the corridor. Wheels around. Goes long. Sheen sets himself just inside 50. 3-on-1. Nearly brings it down. One hand held. Yep. Gets a free kick because the other hand that he didn't have on the ball was wrapped up by his team opponent. Plays on quickly. Goes wide to the pocket. Bedgood marks in front of Westaway and will go. But no, he goes into the corridor. Disciplined play by Bedgood. Finds Danny Butcher.
God, that's poor checking, isn't it?
Directly in front. 30 metres out. Spot on there, Springer. Poor checking, not filtering back fast enough to clog up the holes. And Maffra will line up directly in front. 6.5 minutes gone in this third term. 13-point margin in favour of Leongatha as Butcher makes his way in. Distance won't be a problem. Puts the ball on the boot. Watching it closely. And sneaks inside the left upright and goes through for a goal. And that's a good response for the Eagles.
We've spoken about the big Sheeny up in that forward 50. It's what bees to a honeypot. Everyone goes to him, but he just made a contest, and that's what he's there. He just stands there and he gets free kicks, or he takes a mark, or he brings it to ground, and that's another example. Free kick, gets it out to, who was it out there on the Bedgood, send it back into Butcher, a nice finish.
We're back to the half-time margin of 7 points in Leongatha's favour. 10-4-64 to Maffra's 9-3-57 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Great game of football here on a Saturday afternoon. The last one for the year. Connolly and Scaling got high. Bowman in the middle of the ground. Couldn't get away from the tackle of Alexander. And we'll do this one again. 7-point margin. The premiership quarter, as they call it. Again, Scaling got up high to Bowman direction. Dragged down as he didn't have it. Jolly's kick was partially smothered. Good work back there by Sinclair towards Olden. Comes through Porter, puts a little barrel on. Kay Renoy's got the good stand.
Good
and
hands.
he's got the strong hands on Forrester as Kay Renoy will go back. Slight angle and look to close this margin to a point. Cade Renoy.
One-on-one contested mark inside 50 from Cade Renoy. We know we can kick goals on the run, so let's see if he can go back and slot them from a set shot.
Renoy, the 19-year-old, will kick from 40 metres. He's got one goal. Has he through? There it is, Cade Renoy.
Wobbler.
The first goal of the afternoon. It doesn't matter how they go through, Springer. It's all worth 6.
And it is, and that's Maffra's effort around the contest at the minute's what got him back in the game. Right now, every time Leongatha get the ball, it's bang, tackle, up again, Maffra, and they're just getting the ball forward to their one-on-ones. At the stoppage there, four forwards, two forwards up at the contest, a 4-man forward line for Maffra. It's working well.
1 point the difference, 8-minute mark, third quarter. Leongatha 10 goals 4, Maffra 10 goals 3 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
The Eagles chant goes up from the Eagles supporters. They fight their way back into this contest. Jones over the top. Davidson off the line, off the wing. His kick smothered nicely by Butcher. Has to go back and gather again, does Davidson. This time he's wrapped up in a strong tackle. Still inside the centre square as tension is building around the ground as it is on the ground.
Massive crowd. Sorry, Troy. Massive crowd here today. 4,853 people. It's a $48,000 gate here this afternoon. It's a massive one, a record.
Quick around the grounds for Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. It's all over in the A-grade netball. It is Traralgon 62 have defeated Druin 49 as Traralgon are premiers in the A-grade.
Back here, the margin is 1 point. We've got a cracking game of football. We'll get down to spring in a moment. There's a couple of dark clouds just rolling in. Is the weather going to come and have an effect on this game as we get another ball up? Brad Thomas for Land Rover.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, mate. They're pretty high up. It's just a bit of cloud cover over the sun, but there's nothing behind it. Thanks, Jane Bunn.
So Jones.
I'll beat you, Makey.
Jones against Scaling. Porter's starting to get involved. His kick goes high. Sinclair and Butcher. Carr went back with a fly to the ball. Bowman was there. Gave it across. Sheen picked it off though. Tried to handball over the top to the runner Jolly. He took on the tackler. Great work by Sinclair, but he got one high from Sheen.
The initial contact was above the shoulder and then Sheen looked to wrap him up around the waist, but the free kick was there. Going in the way of Sinclair. Goes long and wide. Wobbly kick. Fleming over the back, takes a strong mark over the top of Kyle Cooper, and again will repel another effort forward. Chips the ball over the top. Danny Butcher has been in everything this quarter, boys, as has Willis for Leongatha. Both been prominent. Butcher goes wide, has Hutz on his own. Hutz chips it over the top to Geisha. Pressure comes. Weathers the storm, plays on quickly, goes inside 50.
Good juke.
Cade Renoy on a strong lead in front of Forrester again. Will line up on a slight angle, 40 metres out from goal. And this will put Maffra back in front from about midway through the first term when Leongatha put the pressure on and kicked away. Maffra have fought back strongly, and this man is starting to get his hands on the footy. Cade Renoy. They just have many options up forward to kick goals. Makes his way in, puts the ball on the boot. This one's not a wobbler, trying to bring it back. Can't bring it back enough and goes through for a minor score. And that will square up the ledger.
At 10 goals, 64 apiece at the 11-minute mark of the third quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Good goal kicking, good accuracy so far in this game of football as Maskell, left foot drop punt, clears the danger zone, big pack forms. Carr was there, tackled by Walker, tried to don't argue quickly on Marriott. His kick goes to bench. Good, great pickup. Coming back there was Sinclair. Great work there by Chalmers it was. Gave it across now to Coyle. His kick goes out. In front was Hilberg, couldn't mark. Adams was at ground level. Porter hit it over his head. Porter goes again with Bowman. Couldn't quite keep it in. And we have another boundary throw in 60 metres around from this Maffra goal as they build and build.
It's set up for a cracking finish, and we're just gone 12 minutes into this third term.
Couple of droplets of rain now, boys, as sure as it is.
Those clouds obviously not high enough. Quick kick goes inside forward 50. Good work by Coyle. Handballs out to the hot spot. Sinclair goes in, so does Jolly. Two hard nuts at it. Jolly strong tackle. Porter stands up, so does McGrath with a handball. Out wide to Marriott, who thumps it forward. Gets it towards the wing. Hutz picks it off though and drives it back in. But marking that one there was Cade Maskell.
Hurt himself there, Hutz.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Looks in a lot of pain inside the centre square, and that would leave Willis free, and Hilbert and Skelling. Going in there is Kyle Cooper, gathers, tackled straight away by Hudson Holmes. Centre half forward for the Parrots.
Inside 50s, Paul, this quarter. It is 8 to Maffra, 2 to Leongatha.
Yeah, Maffra Brains Trust telling Danny Butcher to go behind the ball to try and spills out to Marriott, runs to 40, puts the ball on the boot, but favours the left-hand side of the goal post as boys James Hutz.
What do you reckon, boys?
He's done, it's a leg issue. He can't put his left foot down at all. Wouldn't be surprised. He's getting carried off actually by big Trent Noble and a trainer from Maffra.
They need Trent Noble out there to carry
How
James
fit does Trent Noble look?
Well, he could just about put a jersey on, but they're in a bit of strife. One of their key defenders now is on the bench.
Out, boys.
Absolutely, the kick comes in and it goes out wide towards Petro. Handballs back to Fleming. He goes further out wide towards Porter, and a strong tackle takes him over the line from Sinclair.
Porter starts this quarter, Paul.
Sorry, Porter.
Yep.
2 kicks and a handball taking him up to 15 for the day.
13 minutes have gone. We've got a 1 point margin and it is in favour of Leongatha. They lead it by 1 single point. It is inside their 50. Carr tried to crash through, didn't have the football, so does Fleming. Marriott goes in as well. Football down at ground level with Cooper. Marriott now tried to get a handball out, couldn't do so. McGrath did. Got it. Kick was smothered though from Stone. And again, a stoppage. Top of the 50. The umpire said no, that's holding the ball. So we've got a free kick going in the way of Leongatha. On the bottom of that pack is Cameron Stone. He's too far out to score. Stone will kick it inside 50. The leading target from Dunn. Got his hand down. Play on, said the umpire. Porter was there to help out for the Eagles. Took on the tackler of Stone. Handball goes in the Sheen direction. He took 2 of mine. Handball's over it.
Walking, boys.
Sheen got one over the shoulder. Goes out towards underground handball from Alexander. No one was there. That's deliberate. No, it's not. What would I know? I'm 150 metres away.
Got your glasses on.
Still can't see. Boundary throw in. 14 and a half minutes gone. We've got a 1 point margin. Troy Makepeace on TRFM.
Out on the outer wing, Sheen electing to take the ruck up against Skelling. Skelling works the ball forward. McGrath hucks his kick out of the pack. Gets to the 50. Dunn. Handballs inside. Goes to Cooper. Cooper's kick is smothered. Jolly gets tackled. Manages to get his kick out. inside the centre circle. Scaling fumbles the ball forward, ends up with Sinclair. Sinclair releases Chalmers. Chalmers goes inside 50. Contest. Willis at the back, but it's Fleming at the front. Cuts off another foray forward. Releases out to Johnson, and Johnson goes to Geishan.
Geishan on the half-back flank for the Eagles. Nice little kick. Cade Renoy starting to get involved in this game. Renoy on the wing. We can chip it over to Holmes. He's got a bit of space. He didn't decide to play on, which was probably smart because Leongatha had some numbers back.
Boys, Hutt's just getting some tape on his left knee, and I think he'll be back out shortly.
Holmes has kicked towards the Jones direction. Back there was Maskell. His kick goes high. Hudson Holmes will fly for this one in front. Willis is there, the big boy. Head over the football. Kick off the ground from McGrath was in danger. And the advantage falls in out there towards Johnson. He can kick it out wide to Clossy. Clossy can handle over the top, but he took on a tackler. Just took his time. Jolly closes. Great tackle by Sinclair. And the Parrots are away the other way. Dunn has it. Half-back flank. Chips it over the top to Hilberg. Fleming with a good spoil for the Eagles. It's going from inside 50 to 50 they go. And the Eagles' short kick found Johnson half-back flank.
Johnson doesn't really. I thought just about to say he's going to take a breather, but he goes inside the corridor, finds Connolly. Connolly's got some players inside again. One of them is Cal Porter. Held up on the mark by McGrath at his centre half-back. Chips the ball, goes to ground level, goes straight to Vernon. Vernon's tackled by Channing, falls to Willis. Willis goes forward to Marriott. Marriott quick hands to McGrath. McGrath runs to centre half forward, goes out wide. Hilberg and Petro. Petro gets a big fist on it and goes towards the boundary and saves the day for the Eagles inside 54 Parrots.
Scars, what a battle between Petro and Hilberg.
Absolutely brilliant. I love the way Petro plays down back. He's played forward most of his life. When he spoils, they go to row 13, don't they? He gives them an absolute hide when he spoils.
This is what I like. You look at him now. He's all over Hilberg, not letting him any space at all. I like that in a defender.
He's got lots of niggle in him, hasn't he?
Well, from the stoppage, Brown busts his way through. Is it Brown?
I
tell you what, there's your 420 goal a day at pace from the stoppage from a boundary throw-in. And Hayden Brown gets his second of the day.
That's the type of thing that we normally see from Maffra. Around the contest, it's Willis up in the ruck that's really dominant at the minute. He puts it on a plate for these guys. Brown through the contest at pace, runs in, kicks a nice goal, 30 out on a slight angle.
And McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard sees Leongatha 7 points ahead at the 17-minute mark of the third quarter. The Parrots are 11-5-71. Maffra 10-4-64.
Brad Thomas, James Hutts.
Yeah, get some severe left leg taping on his knee. I think he'll come back on, boys.
Well, I don't know. I disagree. I reckon he looks very proppy.
He does look proper when he was running up and down, doesn't he?
Well, it's a grand final,
it's a
boys.
Magic spray.
You need something. If you can find anything in that medical bag, you'll take it right now. You'll know that Hutz will want to get back out there, but you'll know that he won't want to cost his team.
He's going to go to a key defender, the likes of Hilberg or Ganane, and if he's 75%, those guys can hurt him.
Well, let's see what will happen from this stoppage. Great work by Channing. Hamble over the top to Jolly. Inside 52 on one. Bennett's there!
Good
and Bennett the two. Great reading of the football coming inside 50. Took the mark. Slide angle will go back. And again, try to reduce the margin. This has been a cracking game of football, as you'd expect. The Parrots are looking for their first flag since 2001, and the Eagles are looking for back-to-back. The margin is 7 points at the 18.5-minute mark of the third quarter. He skips in, the traditional skip. Left foot shot on goal. Mitch Bennett! Mitch Bennett, you're an absolute bloody star!
Sheehan loved it, didn't he, behind the goals?
He did, and that's what the cream rises in these games, boys, and he's an absolute jet. He knew as soon as that came off his boot then that was going through. It was a beautiful kick, dead straight. Very, very tight angle, straight through the middle.
And the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard back to a 1 point margin. Leongatha ahead, 11-5-71, leading Maffra 11-4-70. We've played 19 minutes into the third quarter.
Well, we've seen some goals of the day. That was another contender. Brown a couple of moments ago for the Parrots, and then Bennett from the middle. Kick off the ground from Porter. Out in space is Carr on the wing. Clossy tried to shepherd. Carr got tackled by Sinclair. Great tackle. Sinclair, that's holding the ball. The strong defender.
Isn't that two critical tackles he's laid in the last couple of minutes to stop any flow forward? Plays on quickly, goes to Davidson. Davidson puts the ball on the boot. 2-on-1 against Dunn and worked off the ball nicely there. Was Dunn and falls to Johnson. Johnson comes wide to Porter. Closing was Brown, but Porter marks in front. Defensive side of the wing for the Eagles. going dangerously into the corridor.
Channing on his own,
That's
is it?
why, because
Oh,
O'Brien is there
O'Brien.
free. He has Connolly inside the corridor. Goes to him now, gets the 50.
Bedgood.
Bedgood free over the top. If Connolly can get it to him, goes in that direction and finds him on a nice lead. 35 metres out, 45-degree angle. And again, an opportunity to get Maffra back in front.
I liked what Sheen did then, boys. He just led to space. They all followed him and then dropped back the other way.
And how does Danny O'Brien, the smallest player on the field, get free, 20 metres, no one around him, inside their forward half of the ground? As Bedgood makes his way in. I'm going to watch his reaction. He loves it off the boot. He goes straight to the people in the crowd and said, how about that one, boys? That went straight through the middle, and the Eagles are in front.
He kicked the goal as it went off his boot.
Didn't even watch
it go through the goals. He turned around and straight up to the crowd. I'll tell you how it happens, Makey. O'Brien's work rate. I watched him through the middle part of the ground. He was on his bike. He just worked really hard into that centre forward region. It was a beautiful kick to him. He was all on his own, but Shane, you're right, Springer. Shane led out wide, opened the space up for him, and it opened the whole game up in the forward 50.
And Maffra have now just taken the lead at the 21-minute mark of the third quarter, 12-4-76, Leongatha 11-5-71 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Now it's Leongatha's turn through Brown, who had his kick smothered, but he went again, got it in towards Dunn direction. Great work by Marriott, round his body, right foot kick, no one's back there. Plemming does well, the defender for the Eagles. Last line of defence.
Would there be anyone else that would likely to drop back and take a defensive
He
mark?
reads it so well. Sam Plemming, kick out wide to the ruckman. Willis closed on Connolly, caused the contest and caused a boundary throw in. 21 and a half minutes gone, the premiership quarter, and what a quarter it's been. It's been seesawing affair, but it's a 5-point margin now to the Eagles.
Hutt still testing out that knee on the bench, still yet to come back on.
Still proppy as, Makey, wasn't it?
Yeah, we'll just
Connolly
eye on that one.
tapped it down to Alexander. Bowman tackled him, and the umpire this time in the field of play will ball it up.
Boys, how many times we've seen in close games, especially in finals games, in tight situations, something will happen. A big tackle, something will go against the players. It's swung around inside 50 for the Parrots, working back at ground levels. Plemming smothered off the boot by Dunn, falls to Ganane, tackled straight away at the top of the square for the Parrots, and we'll have a ball up. As I was saying, just in games like this, big moments thanks to Monticello, something will happen, either ill discipline or something spectacular that'll just blow this game wide open.
Who will it be? Which superstar and which team from the stoppage? Picked up there, a quick hit off the ground. Into the ruckman. Sculling it is.
Is that it?
That could be the one, the big ruckman. And he's going to run 50, 60 metres and clap everyone's hand on the way. Sculling gets his first.
We bumped up Benny Willis in the ruck for Leongatha, but Skelling's no good as well. He tapped it to himself. He had a little bit of space in that forward 50. I don't think he meant to do it, but followed up. And that's what good ruckmen do. Followed up his own ruck work, goes forward, little snap through a congested amount of players, and it's rolled through for a nice goal.
And so the lead goes back to Leongatha, 23-minute mark third quarter. They lead by 1 point on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Leongatha 12-5-77, Maffra 12-4-76.
Jones got high, big tap out in the direction of Alexander, but picked up there by Channing. Handball to Campbell towards Jolly direction. The Parrots close, put strong tackles on. Head over it again was Channing. The umpire says, let's ball this one up. Half forward flank build up for the Eagles side.
Boys, goals to Hilberg and Sculling in this quarter, and you've got Hutt on the bench. Do you roll the dice and throw him on there and test him out?
Let's have a look at it. They go. You'd have to do it before this last quarter, I think. At least give it a couple of minutes. The quick kick goes inside 50. Bedgood's front and square. Gets on the left foot. 1-on-1. Renoy's back there. Sinclair, great spoil. Baboon was back there, the captain of the Parrots. Handballs out to no man's land. Bennett on the boundary line. Goes down. Handballs underground. From the check side. Is it Channing? Channing has hit the post.
Talk about
Wow.
20 goal of the day. If that was in...
Bedgood was 3-2 inside 50.
Oh, really?
Oh, my goodness. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard this afternoon, Paul Carter.
12-5-77 apiece. We are at the 24-minute mark of the third quarter.
One more point each and we're equal.
Yeah,
What's that? Guys, you should have gone with your tip.
Inside. We're still got a quarter to go, boys. Cool your jets. Oh, crunched in the tackle there was Holmes.
He's hurt.
Yeah,
he's hurt his back, lower back.
Ganane with a big, strong tackle. Hudson Holmes is tough.
Too.
He weighs 43.5 kilos, does Hudson Holmes, but he is tough as nails.
3 of those kilos of the hair on his head.
He comes to the bench, he'll be back. This is one of the all-time classics in the TRFM Gippsland League, and we've still got a quarter to go. Sculling does the ruck work. Carr puts it on the boot from the stoppage, barrels it inside 50. Renoy can't mark, Bedgood dropped it, put it on the boot, dropped it again. Clossey's there, keeps his feet, cat-like. Great work by Bowman. In there as well was Maskell. Ball now in dispute. Bedgood tries to grab it one hand, goes again, handballs to himself. Clossey's there, right foot snap around his body. Great work by Coyle. Spoiled it, they went to the danger hotspot. Renoy at pace, swooped on it, left foot snap around his body. He's going. Minor score, rush through.
Great commentary there, Scud. Well done.
How was Renoy's pace?
25.5 minute mark. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Maffra 12.678, Leongatha 12.5, 77.
Troy Makepeace take over. I'm going to pass out.
Please be like this in the last quarter. It's been a monumental battle from both sides as Maskell goes long wide. Jones flies from the back. Sculling gets his hands on it. Comes out to Olden. Gathers.
Some
Jones
candy.
sells the candy.
no one.
To who though?
It is two Maffra players. One of them Geishan. The other one Walker. Geishan wins the raffle. Goes back from where it came. That kick is not on target.
Sculling.
Jones gathers for Maffra. Gets to the top of 50. Sheen and Bedgood. Going back with courage with Stone. Forced the West away. Comes out to Marriott. Marriott fumbles, gathers, doesn't, gets taken off the ball. Umpire calls play on. Chain of hand passes. Ends up with Stone. Out to Sinclair. Trips at a critical moment. Has Marriott. Marriott takes on Sheen. Trips. Pressure from the Eagles.
In the back, yep.
And the pressure is relieved. They let it go. I like it. You're exactly right, Springer.
Yep.
They let it go until there was a clear-cut decision there. And it goes in the way of Joel Sinclair.
I don't normally pump him up.
For the Parrots.
Sinclair.
Maskell inside the corridor, misses the target. Got time. Over the top to Olden. That's a nice kick. Olden on the wing. Goes over the top again to Vernon. Vernon can run and gather. He gathers on the 50. Doesn't take him on. Chips one into Ganane. Gathers on the grass. Fumbles it at the last minute. Ends up with Fleming. Fleming got time to weigh up option.
What a kick.
Nice kick inside the corner.
kick.
Relieves pressure. Ends up with Alex Carr in the centre. Coast to coast, Sheen. The kick falls short. Dropped there by Chalmers. Pressure comes. The boon there, tackled by Sheen.
Great work.
The ball.
Sensational. Take your hat off, Leongatha. Take your hat off, Maffra. What a passage of play. 27.5 minutes gone. Third quarter. The margins are one solitary point. And these two sides are giving absolutely everything. Sheen from the stoppage to Channing was there. Over the back was Bedgood. Had to tap it on top of his head. He dives on it again. Bowman tackles him.
This will be one of the best you've seen, Paul.
Definitely.
All right, good chat.
We have a quarter to go. We are at the 28-minute mark. As Sheen takes the ruck work against Sculling. The 360-degree wrist falls out now towards O'Brien. Left foot kick to the hot spot. Going back with a fly. Here's West away and he juggled it. Not enough, and it goes over in front of the Maffra faithful for a boundary throw in.
Sinclair spoiled him then.
Yeah, he did. Dangerous opportunity here for the Eagles late in this third term. Can they get a goal and a buffer? Sculling takes it out of the ruck, but he managed to get the ball to boot. Ends up with Johnson. Ducks inside an opponent. Puts the ball on the boot. Goes towards goal. And hits the post. Second poster of the quarter. 2-point margin. 28.5 minutes gone.
Well, McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Maffra 12.779, Leongatha 12.5, 77.
Inside 50s, Paul.
15.10 Maffra's way.
It's certainly the last couple of minutes of play has belonged all to Maffra inside their 50. Maskell kicks it long out wide. Big fly. Willis was there. Tapped on there by Butcher. Got it back to his 50. Stone comes out. The other way, Jolly. Good tackle by Stone. Butcher got tackled by Willis. It goes inside 50 though. Channing has the ball. He kicks it around his body. It goes high. Renoy won't fly. So does the Boone. It didn't pay the mark. The Boone gave it to Marriott. Quick kick. Lands in the hands of Bowman. And Luke Bowman said, let's just slow it down, boys.
Quick kick inside the corridor to a Leongatha opponent, a Leongatha teammate. How good's that luck?
Falls out there towards McGrath.
Not one player is taking a backward step because you can't afford to. As McGrath goes long down the wing, Willis works to the front. Great contest. Ground level there was Hopkins. Ends up with Stone. Stone's tackled and the pressure comes and goes out for a boundary throw in true centre wing.
I reckon, Makey, you're 100% right. Every single contest for the whole quarter or for the whole game has meant something, hasn't it? It's either ended up in a goal or something, or getting it into your forward 50. Every single contest is vital.
from this stoppage, O'Brien, but the three-quarter time siren sounds and this crowd is up and about, as it should be. It is a 2-point margin at three-quarter time in the TRFM Gippsland League Grand Final. We hope you're enjoying it as much as we are. And Maffra lead at 12-7, 79, leading Leongatha 12-5, 77. We got one to go. It's an absolute classic, and it's right here on TRFM this afternoon. And it's all for Isuzu D-Max or the MUX from Gippsland Isuzu Ute. LMCT 10285.
Laptops under $499. Harvey Norman is your destination for laptops under $499. With the latest Intel processors and up to 1 terabyte storage. We have a wide range of laptops to suit any budget.
He puts his head over it, tackled and smothered.
What a tackle from Butcher.
What a cracking game, lads. The crowd's getting right into it down here. It's all happening.
A massive crowd of 4,853 people here this afternoon, a record in the Gippsland League. Stoppage at centre half forward for the Eagles. Goes in the way of Butcher. Direction out there. Olden does well. Gets on his left foot. Dumped after he's kicked. Gets the footy to the wing. Johnson stands up in it. Couldn't quite mark it. Back there too was Cooper for the Parrots. He has to go again, does Kyle Cooper. Took on the tackler. Got a handball away to Vernon. He can run. Goes to half forward. Right foot kick. Goes over the top. Hilberg. 2 bites at it. No. Well picked off there. This time by Walker. 2 bounces running out of his back half. Delivers out wide. O'Brien's just going to go back.
Willis.
The big boy Willis causes it to land in his hand. McGrath, little hand, don't argue. Bowman handballs over the top back to Willis. Porter tried to put Willis down and come off second best, and it goes over for a boundary throw in.
Throw it in, thanks.
8.5 minutes gone the final quarter. We have a 2-point margin. The crowd erupts.
Porter just
good was Willis
got a
then.
bit winded as he put pressure on Willis. Willis equal to the task, goes back, sucking in the deep breaths. Willis knocks it down. Brown hacks it inside 50. Ganane bounces over his head. With him is Geishan. 2-on-1. Because Hopkins comes in to make it 2, but it goes over for a boundary thrown 45 metres around from Leongatha's goal.
3 clearances to Hayden Brown. 3 really important ones already this quarter.
I'd be watching Hopkins at this next stoppage, boys. He's got goal side a couple of times in the last minute.
Let's see the ruck work. Hilberg goes up against Jones. Hilberg tapped it straight down. Marriott was there at the top of his 50. Got a little Shepherd. Handball deep one to Skelling from 50. Unloads. Goes to the hot spot. Cooper's there. Zach Vernon goes up. And his vertical leap is so good. He's cramped. But he's taken a strong mark. He'll be on a slight angle.
Cramping too.
And he'll go back. It's been one of those afternoons. 28, 29 degrees this afternoon in spring. On a September Saturday afternoon.
I said he was my MVP, boys. Very quiet though, but this is a massive opportunity for a goal. Big moments thanks to Monticello's as Vernon skips his way in. Misses to the near side.
Hero to 0.
Juices again. Scuds is rubbing off on me, boys. I've fixed him.
Who called a draw? Any of us?
That was me. I reckon
Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scored 1 point difference. Maffra 14-7-91. Leongatha 14-6-90. Almost 10 minutes played final term.
So we're going to kick out. Johnson goes across to the far side here at Ted Summerton to Jolly direction. Marks and just slows things up. 10 minutes have gone. Jolly thumps a right foot. He's a long kick of the football looking for Jones. For his teammate, couldn't quite mark it out there. Channing was at ground level. Picking that one up was Plemming to Butcher. Sold some nice little candy. Put the foot on the boot. Goes back there to Skelling. That was Sinclair it was. Handball goes backwards. Now they go forward to half forward.
Good hands.
Kate Maskell, top of the 50. Marks it. Gets onto that left foot. Plays on. Unloads a shot at goal. It's going. Goal! Minor score. So Maskell unloaded with a minor score.
The Parrot crowd got me wrong information there.
I think you gave us the wrong information.
Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland scoreboard. Paul Carter.
Scores are all locked up. 14-7-91. Almost 11 minutes gone last quarter.
Kick comes in. Johnson goes wide. He played onto himself out towards Clossy, but Skelling, the ruckman, takes a mark. And Leongatha, the momentum is just with the Parrots at the moment.
Yeah, spot on, Scud, as Skelling goes long to the top of the 50. Maskell sets himself, flies back, too deep. Channing at the front for the Eagles, can't bring it to ground, will have a free kick. Tackle was too high, going the way of Alex Carr for the Eagles. 40 metres out from Leongatha's goal. And a chance to reload for the Eagles.
I tell you what, there's not much movement anymore, boys. It's this game has been draining one for both. You've got to dig deep and find something, though. Bedgood couldn't mark it. Handballed over the top to Holmes. He's under pressure by Forrester, but got his handball away nicely to Geishan, and Geishan delivers to Clossy. Half forward flank. Sheen and Baboon, 1-on-1. Get it in. Clossy goes to that direction. Sheen's going to fly, but Baboon
well done.
takes it as a push out. I don't know how.
It wasn't on Sheen, was it?
I don't. Coyle, they said the push out on Sheen, but Sheen had a free run at that.
It wasn't Baboon, I don't think, that gave it away.
Bet you won't handball this one, boys.
So Sheen, we've got a great view of this one. A 45-degree angle. Scores are all locked up. We've travelled 12 minutes final quarter.
Having a bit of me time, isn't he?
Well, why wouldn't you? It's a grand final. Premierships are here to be won in this last quarter.
The Canberra might get a thumbs up here, I reckon, boys, if he can kick this.
Cometh the moment, cometh the man, Darren Sheen. He has 4 goals. He will turn to the Canberra if it goes through.
Oh, there it is.
Canberra, look at him.
Oh, the strut.
He strutted back.
Darren Sheen does not miss. That's 5 goals for Sheen, and the Eagles are in front.
It's clutch under pressure, isn't it? And it's going to be what team can convert when they've got their opportunities. The handball from Hudson Holmes out here on the wing got him into that forward 50. He was under pressure, quick little handball, got it forward, and that's how the result is. They've got to get it in there, Maffra, and they'll score.
Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard. Almost 13 minutes gone. Maffra 15-7-97. 6-point lead over Leongatha. 14-7-91.
Back in the middle I go. Scaling up against Jones. This time Alexander grabbed it. Kicked it towards half forward. Good work there by Channing. Gave it backwards to Holmes. Nice candy. Now he gets onto the right foot. Goes back. Over the back is Renoy. They can't get up. No one can read it. Sheen was front and square. Handballs back to Bennett. Bennett kicks around the body. Going away. Minor score. And just snuck one in for a behind. And it could be a handy one. 13.5 minutes in. Paul Carter.
15-8-98. Maffra leading Leongatha. 14-7-91.
Sinclair plays on from the kick in, then chips one inside. Defensive 50 and finds Tommy Marriott. Still in his defensive 50. The game well and truly in the balance. 13.5 minutes gone. Just playing composed footy. Marriott chips the ball nicely out wide to Sculling, spills it, keeps it inside the boundary line, handballs over the top to Stone, ducks inside an opponent, hurried kick forward, is smothered, one-on-one contest. Kyle Cooper there, but he's outnumbered. Vernon held off the footy and will win himself a free kick. As probably lucky in the end because he would have been off to the races, Zach Vernon, even with cramp. Goes back towards Sculling. Sculling's got time and space. Chisels one forward and finds Sinclair, attacking side of centre circle. Goes wide inside 50. Done.
Oh, what a grab.
Cameron Stone takes a nice mark, 45 metres out, 45-degree angle. Going back and looks to be backing himself. Ground level, Springer, the wind has died off.
Yeah, it died off, mate. There's a couple of drops of rain, but it looks pretty good behind us, as in the Warragul way.
So distance shouldn't be a problem.
Which means it'll rain in about 10 minutes.
Cameron Stone comes in from 49 on its way. It's going to drop short, you'd think. Where are the flies? And Jones, a big spoil, puts it through for a minor score. Paul Carter, Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard this afternoon.
Takes Leongatha to 14-8-92, trailing Maffra 15-8-98.
A quick around the grounds check for you down the AFL. The Tigers are leading by a point. They've 14-minute mark of that first quarter there in the
Focus
AFL
on this
prelim
game,
final.
Yes,
I'll try my best.
15 minutes to go, Darryl. And then
That's right, Makey.
take your focus to your beloved Tigers as Johnson brings the ball back into play. Contest out wide, beats all comers and goes out towards the boundary. Fierce contest out towards the boundary and goes over for a boundary throw in. 70 metres around from Leongatha's goal. 15.5 minutes gone, 6-point margin in favour of the Eagles.
Forward 50s this quarter, Paul.
It's 8-6 Leongatha's.
Yeah, it seems like they've gone in a lot. Maffra, when they go forward, seem to score more often though, don't they? Or they obviously are.
Well, they go back in forward again.
Yes.
Cade Maskell takes a contested mark with David Adams. And directly in front.
Must convert.
All started from that stoppage on the outer wing, outer half forward flank. It was Luke Bowman looking to repay some faith after being sent off in the second quarter. Sharked it off the pack. Quick kick inside 50 and Maskell takes a strong one-hander. Slide angle 35 metres out.
Directly in front, you'd think maybe with the left foot, puts it on its way. He wants it to come back. And he's missed a minor score. Well, the margin now, Paul, 5 points.
It's 14-9-93 Leongatha. They're trailing Maffra 15-8-98. Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard, 16-minute mark final term.
We've seen Maffra do this. They can go end to end. Leongatha have had all the play.
Willis, big spoil from that kick in, goes outside 50 it is. Bowman works hard at ground level, so does Channing, so does Walker. Now Holmes comes in to help his Maffra teammates. Big boy Willis is there as well.
You look around there now, look at how many Maffra players are there. Bowman did a fantastic effort because he was 1 on 5 for a lot of the duration of that little play there. Locked it in.
So Willis tries to thump it forward, but Connolly was there. A quick kick by Stone inside 50. Goes to Ganane, gave it off to McGrath. Here's a flying shot at goal. And another minor score. Well,
More chances.
We have seen this a couple of times. The side that peppers away at it
Traralgon last week in the third quarter kicked 7 points.
does not capitalise, and then all of a sudden it goes the other way. Paul.
14-10, 94. Leongatha trail by 4 points. Maffra 15-8, 98.
Again
Willis.
to the near side. Willis, a big pack form. Stone, good work by Porter. Oh, he just didn't sit for him. And he
spent
could
it.
have been away. Calvin Porter, however, we have a boundary throw in right in front of the Leongatha faithful. They are looking for some inspiration as they trail by 4 points.
Left hip here, you watch this left hip.
Willis goes right hip and that
Scuzz again.
feeds the ball back to Porter. Pressure comes. Weathers the pressure. Great smother by McGrath. Feels to Jolly. Again, Porter gets pressure and throws it out with the one hand. Umpire says illegal disposal, and Bowman's going to take this free kick.
He owes them too, boys, for the send-off.
Willis is telling him to take his time. They're going to back him in, Luke Bowman.
Scuzz, don't you say a word.
I tell you what, if ever there was a time for redemption for your team for being sent off, it'll be now as Luke Bowman makes his way in. Will kick from 52, gets to that mark. It's not going to have the accuracy, not going to have the distance. Contest comes to ground, hacked out of there by Johnson, who's been rock solid in this term. Clears the area. Hayden Brown leads the race. Has Clossy there. Dives on the ball, takes the knees out, and no free kick. No.
Could have gone either way,
Yeah,
mate.
exactly. We've seen it paid both ways in this game as Hayden Brown dove on the ball. Clossy went over the top. Umpire let it go, and it goes out for a boundary throw in half-forward flank for the Leongatha Parrots.
Big moment of the game thanks to Monticello's this afternoon. 18 and a half minutes gone. Connolly taps it, but it went straight back to Hopkins. He kicks it inside forward 50. Skelling couldn't mark. Fleming was there. Gathers. He handballs backwards to O'Brien. O'Brien's kick goes wide and high. Coming down the line, Forrester
Good hands.
takes a strong mark. The defender was in front spot. Took the strong mark on true centre wing.
They need reward for effort. Scoreboard pressure do the Parrots because they're starting to dominate play. Goes in 50. Maskell at ground level. McGrath gathers, feeds it back to Marriott. Puts the ball on the boot. Going towards Hilberg.
Done.
Hilberg and done.
Oh, good
Done.
hands.
Sets himself from the back and takes a strong mark. Hard up in the pocket though. Tight angle. Very same pocket that he kicked that left foot snap goal at the 1 minute mark of this term. Can he replicate that feat and get Leongatha back in front as it's coming up on 20 minutes in this final term? And Dunn, who has kicked 5 goals, looking for number 6, and this will be one of the most critical. Looks like he's going to go for a traditional drop punt. Comes in, puts the ball on the boot. He loves it off
He's
the
kicked
boot.
it.
That's a
He's
goal.
kicked it.
And the Parrots are back in front.
Finally some reward for effort. They've had a lot of inside 50s the last 5 or 10 minutes. They've finally been able to kick the goal, but we spoke before the game. Who would you want the ball in the hands of when you need him most? And Scud, actually, no, it's me, it's Springer. Was it you too, mate? Not Springer.
It was Springer.
No, it wasn't. It was Dunny, and he's just put it through. Tight angle, he's kicked 2 from there now. Brilliant goals, and he's the man who's going to stand up here for Leongatha.
And the lead goes back to Leongatha by 2 points at the 20-minute mark of the final quarter. And on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard, we've got Leongatha 15-10-100, Maffra 15-8, 98.
I'll ask you again, boys. Anyone want to change their tip?
No, I'm sticking with it. It's gonna come down.
You're not going to be wrong either way.
Big moments.
It's a
Here we go. Up they go, Connolly and Willis. Connolly got it down. Good work in the middle there by Carr. He got a foot to ball and it goes to half forward. Great work by McGrath though to tap it onto the wing. Skelling gathered it on the wing.
Oh, he's out.
Ball to Willis. He lumbers after it. That's a strong tackle by Winston Geishan in the middle.
Big moments thanks to Monticello's. That was huge. Jack Daniels, 700 mil, just 39.99.
Geishan kicks towards half forward. Sheen marks on a long lead. Wheels around. Right foot boot. Goes towards Renoy over the back.
Good hands.
Coyle takes the mark in the end. Read it just a little bit better as Coyle kicks it out wide and found out there Chrissy Dunn. He's everywhere at the moment, Chris Dunn, for the Sale Greyhounds.
On and gone to goals, and Maffra haven't picked it up yet.
Half back flank, here's Chris Dunn. Here's a slow play, goes high, long down the wing, looking for Willis. The big man stands underneath it. Walker spoiled. Porter was at the back, slapped it on the boot, but it's all Leongatha. Hopkins has it. Hopkins just slowing things up, chips it over the top. Dunn is there. He now plays on. Right foot kick, goes to half forward in the direction there of Maskell. Couldn't quite mark it, was Adams. Willis did well, won the footy, squeezed a kick inside to Skelling, who got tackled. And it was Hilberg. It was over for a boundary throw-in.
Here's the two big men from Leongatha. They've turned it on the last 5 or 10 minutes. Willis and Skelling, the two ruckmen are everywhere.
Big Willis has been absolutely fantastic in this final term as he contests this ball up. Tackled fiercely over there on the outer wing. It wasn't Willis. A bit slow to get up. It's Luke Bowman. As we'll have another ball up. 60 metres around from goal in favour of Leongatha. 22 and a half minutes gone. It'll go about 30. Willis knocks it down. Carr gets the clearance. Goes 30 metres. Strong on
good hands.
on the half-back flank for the Eagles in Cade Renoy. Has opportunity to go forward as we have a blood rule. Just trying to see, it looks to be Dylan Alexander.
Yep.
Making his way off the ground, so that'll add a bit more time to this quarter as time on will be called. The possession is in Cade Renoy's hands, so we're just going to have to wait till Alexander makes his way off.
Taking his time.
Well, I think in a blood rule situation, the player that's replaced him can come on to make it a bit quicker, and it's just been a standard substitution.
I think Bowman also was had a little bit of claret as well as he comes off as well. So Stone comes on for him. The play's about to get back underway. On the far side, out there is Cade Renoy. His kick goes high, half forward flank direction. Sheen was there, so was Willis. Over the back though, good work by Verboon. He tried the underground handball. Sheen swooped on it. He's had a great game. Right foot kick was smothered by Stone, and McGrath was there to squeeze a handball out to Cooper. Great little tackle by Walker. Didn't get a kick away, did Cooper. Now Stone goes again. Maffra tackle him hard in the middle.
It's hot.
And we've got a ball up true centre.
Is red hot. Absolutely red hot, and it's going to come down to one defining moment in the last 6 or 7 minutes of this final term in the grand final here in the Tower FM Gippsland League, as Porter puts his head over the ball and tries to barrel his way through but gets tackled, and we'll have a secondary ball up in true centre of this ground. Jones and Willis, both of them let it go again at it, do the big fellas, as does Jolly, and all of them fall over the ball. Have another ball up.
Paul Carter, some of the stat winners. Jack Johnson's had a big last quarter.
He's had 7 in this quarter, taking his total to 24.
So Jones put it down towards Channing. He gets a handball to Butcher. Butcher's delivery towards Bedgood, who can mark in front of his eyes, 50 metres out.
Big moment.
45-degree angle. He'll have to kick it all of 55 metres. He doesn't waste any time. Bedgood got close to the man on the mark, pushes it across the face. Where's the pack? It forms. The boot is back there.
Wrong.
The umpire said no one marked that one. We're going to ball it up on the point of the square. 24 and a half minutes gone. The margin 2 points in the favour of Leongatha. However, we're inside Maffra's forward 50 from the stoppage. Sheen kicks it off the ground. Last line there was Coyle. They fall over.
Free kick.
And the free kick is going in the way of Chris Verboon. Down there as the dark clouds start to roll in, Verboon has it.
There is plenty of time, let me add, boys. Still at least 5 minutes, I reckon, of play as Verboon goes wide. Flying in from the side is Carr. Umpire calls play on and goes for a boundary throw-in outside of the 50-metre arc in favour of Maffra, as Leongatha relieve a little bit of pressure.
It's on a knife's edge. You don't know whether to put someone behind the ball yet. You don't have much time left. It's an absolute knife edge game.
Ball comes back into play, working hard back there was Olden. His kick around the body, looking for touch. He's going to find the boundary.
Is it?
And the umpire says no.
Does it take you back to the...
Colo.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Traralgon game.
Ball about to be back into play. 26 minutes have passed, final quarter of the grand final. No one can really win it. Working hard there was Stone. He's been one of the best performers for the Sale Greyhounds this afternoon, and the umpire will cross his arm, allow people to take their breath. The crowd is in a little bit of a hush. The Parrots lead it by 2 points.
West away free behind the ball.
McGrath was there. Stone did well. Good work to handball. Good tackle though. In there was Cooper. Tried to underground handball. Great work by Johnson. Stood up in the tackle. Got a handball out. No, he hit it. The ball said the umpire. Could nearly be reversed. As Olden, no, it was Cooper put down O'Brien. Slow to get up though. Now, this could be a professional one. Hayden Brown.
We like these.
Time on.
Paul Carter, time on.
Well, that's now time off now, so he's not wearing away at anything. But on the Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard, still a 2-point lead to Leongatha, 15-10, 15-8.
Well, the cramp's all right.
Candy goes long, went wide inside 50. Maskell flies at ground level is done. Walker
High.
takes him too high. Does the umpire call it?
Yes,
Yes,
he does. Yes, he does.
Free kick, Chris Dunn, as he just rolled the shoulder. We've seen that plenty of times. Just ducked underneath the tackle a little bit. Goes inside the corridor, finds Hopkins, 70 metres out from goal. This will be a slow play, just taking time off the clock.
This could be it, boys.
27 and a quarter minutes gone.
Leongatha get a mark
Goes
here.
long and wide.
Down the full.
All he had
Wow.
to do was keep it in play, boys.
This could be it.
Puts the ball back in the hands of Maffra. They are deep inside their defensive 50. The ball is in the right hands. It isn't Fleming.
This could be it. The switch too. They've got a bit of space. Comes out wide towards Petro. He can chip it over the top to Butcher. He can mark. Cooper closes. Butcher marks. They've got numbers just chipping over again. Clossy. He can handle over the top to Johnson if he wants.
Joey the Goose.
He does now.
Oh,
Gives
bit
it to
late.
him. Johnson has to come back, get around the body, and it lands in Geishan on centre wing. 28 minutes have gone. Geishan's going to unload. Its kick was partially smothered. Westaway was there, just fumbled. Bedgood gave it to Clossy. Clossy ducked the shoulder. Handball's out. Jones has 4 Leongatha players around him. Marriott was one of those.
They're out.
Gave it to Gadane. Gadane kicked it. Petro.
28 minutes have gone.
Petro marked half-back. Out wide to Adams. Adams, Butcher works hard for him. He goes to that direction. They're out in their feet, both sides. Butcher now has it on the wing. 28.5 minutes. Coming board, dangerous kick.
Free kick.
Free kick.
Fleming.
In the middle of the ground.
Free kick right in the middle of the ground.
Eagles
He'll
trail
go
by 2
long and
points.
Quick. Goes inside 50. Sheen sets himself. Bedgood comes to ground. Who's there at ground level? It's Bennett.
Turn
he
the
gutters.
lights on.
Goes on the left. Goes towards goal. Getting back. Touched on the line. Going through 4 behind. There's a 1
Boys, the Parrot crowd are going off their heads here. They're just sounding the siren.
Long and wide, boys, long and wide.
29-minute mark, 1 point margin. Leongatha ahead 15-10. Maffra 15. Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland scoreboard.
Forrester kicked in. Dunn couldn't mark. We've got a boundary throw in. 55 metres out from Maffra's goal. Petro limps off. He's got to get off quickly because they're 1 down at the moment. 29.5 minutes have gone. Ball comes back into play. Willis tried to tap it forward. McGrath was there. Can the Parrots get this one? Dunn's there. Swoops onto the right foot. Gains some meterage. Boundary throw in. The Parrots haven't won one since 2001. It's been 16 long years for the Eagles.
29
for the
and a half
Parrots.
minutes. 29 and a half minutes gone. Not long to go. Maffra need a clearance and get it inside 50 to have a shot on goal. Paul made the prediction that'll be after the siren. Will that be in favour of the Eagles as McGrath gets a clearance? Comes to Davey Adams. Great
The Eagles, Parrots have won. They have gone absolutely berserk. It's a 1 point margin in the TRFM Gippsland League Grand Final. Finally, after 2 losses in a row, the Parrots are premiers in season 2017. They've won at 15-10-100. Have defeated the Eagles. A gallant Maffra, 15-9-99. And the Parrots run from all corners of the ground.
I'm on the bandwagon, boys.
Brad Springer-Thomas, get down there. You're at ground level. You might be able to catch one of the boys as they run out.
See if you can grab
Grab the coach.
Grab the coach.
Go on.
Bo Vernon is out on the ground now. And Brad Springer-Thomas is about to join him.
I've got Bo Vernon here, boys. First of all, congratulations, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
All right, good chat, sir.
He is absolutely sensational.
Don't be scared to ask more than one question, Springer.
He is over the moon at the moment, is Bo Vernon. A fantastic effort.
Big Sheen makes his way off the ground.
And
Give him a
Sheen,
round of applause. He
yeah.
was monumental for the Eagles.
Massive.
now Sheen actually also went straight to Bo Vernon
Straight to
as well.
Vernon, yeah.
Just grab the drink.
Shook
boys.
the hands, of course. What an afternoon of football. What a game. What a grand final. A true classic on a Saturday afternoon at Ted Summerton Reserve.
Can we take a breath?
I don't know if we can. I don't think we can.
Someone get me a beer.
Springer, you've got work to do. Unbelievable. For the goal scorers this afternoon, for the winning Parrots, Chrissy Dunn. He got 6 goals this afternoon. Hayden Brown got 2. So did Brock Davison. They're singing the song out there. We can sort of hear it. There is hundreds of people around the Parrots. They are loud and proud.
As they should be. I tell you what, I know it's hard to say to Maffra that they can walk off the ground with their heads held high, but that's really what it is all about. Geez, it was a gallant contest, went right down to the wire, was deep inside Maffra's forward 50 as the umpire waves the all clear. That is that's important. The official, exactly right. Just to be, that is the official scoreline is Leongatha 15-10, 100 defeated Maffra 15-9-99 as the Parrots, third time lucky premiers in 2017 in one of the most fiercely fought grand finals you will ever see at any level.
Just going through those goal scorers this afternoon, Chrissy Dunn, as we said, got 6 goals. He was absolutely fantastic. 2 goals to Brock Davison and Hayden Brown, and then it was singles to Tommy Marriott, John Ganane and Aaron Hilberg, while Josh Scalling also got 1. While for the Maffra side, well, Darren Sheen was fantastic. He got 5 goals this afternoon. Mitch Bennett got 3, and Dylan Alexander got 2, along with Cade Renoy. Singles to Daniel Bedgood and Danny Butcher, along with Daniel O'Brien. Brad Thomas at ground level, he's out there somewhere. I'm not sure we can get some of the interviews. There's lots of people around this Leongatha huddle. As you'd expect, you probably need to, Brad Thomas, you can hear us, you need to take him away from the crowd just a little bit if you can. There'd be much appreciated if you get him away from the huddle.
Can you hear me now, boys?
Yeah, we'll get down to you, mate.
I've got Zach Vernon here, boys. First of all, mate, what a game by you and the team.
Yeah, and keep on.
They clawed their way back and they made a great game. Let's go down by a point, you know, you can say you stiff, but
We lost, so congratulations to one that kept their heads up all day and kept banging away. Well done, boys. Thank you.
It's now time to award the Stan Aiken Medal, and congratulations goes to Hayden Brown. I'd now like to welcome Travis Switzer to present the AFL Victoria Best on Ground. And today, that goes to Chris Dunn.
Unbelievable. Cheers to Maffra. Played him obviously in the last 2 years. Unbelievable side, you guys. So thanks off for the contest. That was pretty full on. That's third grand final in a row to the Parrots, and that's a bloody well deserved victory. So let's enjoy it.
Just like to acknowledge the major sponsors of the league this year. Thank you very much for your support. One of those is TRFM, and I'd like to welcome the General Manager, David McDonald, to present the Premiership winning medallions. So we'll start off with number 1, Zach Burns. Ben Sharma. Number 4, Josh Hopkins. Number 5, Kyle Cooper. Number 8, Tom Marriott. Ryan Alden. Rob Davidson. Number 17, Chris Dunn. Number 26, Pat McGrath. Tim Sovereign. Number 55, Luke Bowman. Number 56, Carl Reed. Number 3, Hayden Brown.
Well done, Jakey.
Number 13, Chris Babu.
Just firstly, I'll thanks to Maffra, thanks for hanging out here. You're a powerhouse club in country Victoria, and respect you. We're privileged to be here today, so thanks heaps, guys. Just a quick one for you guys. It's something happened to the year. It's been 16 or 17 years, and a lot of people put a lot of work in, so hopefully they can all celebrate with us as well.
Quick start, telling you how much of a relief it is to win this. It's the best feeling for the boys. And I hope to celebrate rather than I'm going to get around everyone, boys, and
And now, premiership coach, Leongatha, Mo Burnett.
Firstly, just like to thank Maffra, quality outfit, well coached, and yeah, it was just lucky we got the chocolates today. And to our boys, so proud of you guys. You know, to come back after 2 defeats and rock up the pre-season within the attitude that we did to go, all right, we're going to have another crack again. And now this is just the cherry on top. So well done to all the players to fight back in that second half. Once Maffra would come in was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, and shows the character of you guys. And to the supporters, the volunteers, the families, unreal club. unreal bloody club, and I'm just so happy that the coaches and the boys could bring this home for you guys, so thank you.